Uh, okay, hi
Ah,
everyone. Surprise! So,
no.
ano, so welcome to FriGay Fridays with me and Will. So yeah,
Hi.
okay. So I was supposed to go live. What do you call this? I was supposed to go live 11, but we had 11:11. Wait, let's
Oh,
switch.
honestly,
11:11.
hour.
Honestly, hour. 11:11.
11:11.
Good vibes.
Oh, good vibes, good
11.
vibes.
Ayan. 11:11. Everyone. Weirdos. Biglang
What's the
natigilan.
honesty? Oh my God.
Biglang
What's
natigilan
honesty?
dahil sa 11. But yeah, so yeah, hi people. Like there are five people
Yeah.
already watching. So yeah,
Yeah.
so the reason I was supposed to go online or live for FriGay Fridays 11 o'clock, but um Will and I decided to do a reaction video to Guys sa Pelikula. So we just had a little bit of a delay because of technical issues of internet.
Yes.
And um what they call this, and of course our discussion. And yeah, so we have to unpack. I'm sure there are
Mhm.
so many other actors who are also unpacking. I think
Yeah.
Rebel. We were just a little bit late because I had some work stuff.
Yeah.
So hi Jerica Salvante. Hey, hi, welcome to FriGay Fridays. Hey Leonard Naguit. Hi, Lousy and
Hello.
Lazy. Yes, we need to unpack.
No,
We need to
oh my
unpack this
God.
episode.
Holy crap. It's a
Um,
penultimate episode.
I
Good job.
know. Oh yeah, and
Great
also
job.
welcoming Will. Like we haven't had Will on the live for a really long time. So yay.
Yay.
Hopefully our internet connection doesn't mess up.
I know.
Love
We
BL.
have.
Hello.
I love BL. We love
Celine
BL
Blue.
too.
Yeah, we love BL too. Celine Blue. Hello. Joey
Hi.
K. Jericho Salan, nakakaiyak yung episode tonight. It's supposed to be a happy. No. Did you expect it to be a happy episode? Are you sure?
Penultimate episode happy. I
Kasi
don't think so.
yeah, we went to the episode or went to watch it knowing that something bad was gonna happen. So,
Yeah.
but I don't think
And
that
that,
helped. I
yeah.
don't think that helped at
made
all.
it made it even more heavier, diba?
Yeah, Vene Valdez. Yeah, Revel went live earlier. I saw it before we did our reaction videos. I was trying to
How
skim
long did
through.
he go live for?
Maybe is he still live right now?
Is he still
I mean, like no, I mean, is he still on a live stream, not alive?
not alive?
Hi Beno, was waiting for this super big. Yeah, because I told them yesterday that we're gonna go on a live. Like, yeah, we're just gonna talk about it. But my God, I cried. I cried for this episode, and I don't usually cry.
Yeah,
Um,
you're the one who cried this time. Holy
yeah,
crap! I
and
usually the one who
I
cries.
was trying to check Will if he was crying, and Will was just like this, and I was like,
Oh,
Why isn't he crying? Like normally it's Will who's crying, but my God.
yeah. Well,
Um,
sometimes, but I felt that moment for sure.
yeah.
I was kind of shocked at actually, or
Well,
maybe I was kind of angry at the same time too.
yeah,
I think I was angry.
there were so
Oh,
many things happening. Love BL sa preview pa lang di na masaya. So when the preview came out, Will messaged me, Gus, ang daming nangyayari.
hindi ko maintindihan. Walang
I don't
closed
understand.
caption, walang subtitle. Oh my God.
I don't understand why there's so many things happening. So I was like,
Ang bilis, ang
okay.
bilis.
PJS Better Days is not even better. Sad scene then. Oh no. So a
Oh.
lot of 10 minutes po kay 10 minutes lang. So
10 minutes. Oh,
mabilisan
okay.
lang.
Kailangan mag-unload ng 10 minutes para hindi mag-explode.
Apollo
Hi,
Castro
Psycho Milk.
was waiting for this one Lau. Hey
Mm.
Joy. Hey, how are you?
Joy! Shout out to Joy!
Kaya pa ba? Ewan ko ba, yung internet, our internet also was not really
Oo, di kaya
helping.
ng internet namin. I froze how many times?
Yeah, and I was talking blah blah blah. Will, Will, are you still with me?
Nasaan kami?
Hey Psycho Milk, hello.
Hello,
Rodrigo
Tito Milk.
Ignacio, hey. By the way, if you haven't watched Guys sa Pelikula episode 7, spoiler alert, we might be talking about it.
Yeah,
'Cause,
oh.
yeah, most likely that's the thing that we're gonna be talking about.
I
I was
know.
waiting for something to start the pagpag. So here, pagpag. So we're still wearing our shirts because
I know.
we just finished our reaction. After user 3, sakit much dito guys. Shocked ako sobra, relate much. I think yeah, in so many levels, whoever you are in the story, whether you're Ate Judith, a Tito Sans, an Anna, a Carl, a Vlad,
Mm.
all of them all of them would hit. Siguro lang siguro wala lang siguro makaka-relate na homophobic yun. Pero for anybody in that type of world, will definitely relate.
Mm-hmm.
David means greetings from Friday morning. Good morning. Oh, by the way, Georgia and Pennsylvania already turned blue. So um,
Pennsylvania too. Holy
yeah,
crap!
they're kind of leading. They haven't closed it yet,
Oh,
but
leaning.
Pennsylvania
Okay.
and yeah, Pennsylvania is in a mild blue as well as Georgia. So Biden 2020 or
Yes.
anyone except
Anyway,
Trump.
but Trump.
Psycho, I cried myself ugly. Like, oh my god,
Oh.
I don't wanna even look at my video. I was like, I was like, no.
I was watching you. It's like, oh my god, he's crying. But why? Why
Oh
not
no.
crying? Why not crying? I think I was
Leonard,
angry. I was angry. That's why.
ganun katindi GSP na pa-live ng T oras kanina. Yeah, Revel, my God. I was like, oh no, this is gonna be bad. Because I saw Revel's thumbnail. He was like,
Yeah.
he had the regalia. Like he was like, he was wearing so many stuff. And like, oh no,
Oh
If
no.
Revel went on live,
Yeah.
this must be bad.
Oh.
Sir Will wakas nakasama siya. Yes. So I just
Yeah.
told him, like, even for a few minutes, because we need to unload.
Yes.
Manny Mora, sad ako sa episode ng GSP. We have to go. Even before when we started the reaction, I started with saying we have to go through this. Like this is a reality that we have to go through. Like we can't
Yeah.
always have happy. They have to deal with what they need to deal with because it can't always be a fantasy the whole time.
Mm-mm. But I
Katilea,
think
yeah,
these sad ending or these sad episodes are not necessarily bad episodes, huh?
yeah,
Sometimes they're really. I mean, that was a good episode. How
no,
they
big,
characterized each other and how they got us to discuss these issues. Holy
big,
crap!
yeah,
Every
and
person.
because yeah, because they made us feel something. I think they
Yeah.
made us feel something about the story and not really
Yeah.
mad about the story. But
Yeah.
yeah, Ray no surname, umiyak ba kayo? Like I did, like I teared up. I'm not much of a cry, I teared up. Si Will hindi. Like
Ako galit. I
pusong
think galit ako. Galit ako. Sobra.
pusong bato. Leonardo, ganun katindi GSP kanina pa live sir. Yeah, totoo. Hey, Unlit Moral game. Then no, I didn't watch the preview kasi nakakatakot. So I came in without any idea na grabe sa bigat pala. You know what? The only takeaway that I got from the preview was like, "Oh, Tito Sans is here. Finally, we get to see
Go to
him."
the yeah.
Parang yun na lang yung pampalubag loob ko when I saw that. And then there's you know what? Ang galing talaga. Ang
Yeah.
galing ni Globe Studios
Oh,
when they do the previews
the
because
preview.
they give you something and then you still get
Totally
some stuff that are unexpected because we thought, oh no, it's A is
yeah.
contacting
Hey,
ano, na parang sabi,
sell us,
I
sell us,
love
sell us.
yeah, I love that. I totally love that. I
Yeah.
totally love that they did that. Lousy Lazy, nakakamiss yung mga ganitong unpacking after episode. Yeah, like remember Game Boys when we
Oh, oh
used to
my
have
God.
that.
Mhm.
Well, adulting kasi kami, so ano. Z Carbon, ang sakit ng episode 7. Ano ba meron sa mga episode 7? Well, because they're the second to the last episode. So we always need to expect, or for the most part, expected na yan in any kind of show that the second to the last episode would bring either a lot of revelations or a lot of drama or a lot of conflicts. Especially that we left episode 6 happy. Sabi ko parang,
Mhm.
ito yun, papasayahin nyo kami ngayon, and the next week, we know you're gonna hurt us so bad.
Mhm.
Jerica Salvate, medyo bad internet here in Bicol because of Saint Rolly. Yeah, I hope you're safe there. Pero it's Friday.
Uh,
Keep safe, Bicolandias. Yes, please stay safe. People from Bicol or people from the
uh,
areas where there's
yeah.
still storm.
Mhm.
Venevildes, I want to hug every Carl out there who's struggling. You know
Oh
what?
no.
Thank you for pointing that out. Thank you for
Mm,
pointing that out because um we can that, no but it's the truth it's something that people would have to accept na parang there are people who are still working through and going through all these things and it's not the easiest of things to think about. It's not the easiest things to deal about. And napag-usapan din namin yun. And you'll get to watch it in our reaction na parang there's just one layer that was peeled kay Carl, meaning his acceptance of him not being the Carl brother and
yes.
him not having to live up to the expectations of the father.
Oh.
But there's still the layer of are you gay? Are you
Mhm.
straight?
Are you
And that's
comfortable
something
with
that
yourself?
and yeah, and that's something that's really still scary for him.
Mhm.
So I I wouldn't say I totally understand, because syempre I'd want him to be I want him to just accept it, pero it's not that easy. Um but yeah, right? Another thing that we will mention in our reaction is about what we said. Um, what we said about in the last reaction video that we had,
Yeah.
wherein they're in this bubble. Pansinin nyo, if you watch the episode, they were happy if it's just the two of them. Um, Carl is so comfortable with Vlad if it's just the two of them, whether in the pool or walking, they can hold hands. And the thing that I was afraid of is the burst of that bubble, meaning if somebody comes in and just makes them realize, oy, ito po yung reality. Ano ba? Ano ba yung kailangan yung malaman? So that's the thing that's kind of um, that was scaring me, and that happened. That happened in this episode. Hi Kuya Jude. Kuya Jude
Hi,
talaga.
Kuya
Hi Tito
Jude.
Jude.
Oh,
Hi
Tito
Tito
Jude.
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 Nakakakuya. Sorry, Jude. Jude, Jude.
Jude.
Oh, here,
Mm,
artistic disaster, perfect
mm.
example. The fact that the LGBT community has to suffer from anxiety, from feeling threatened in a danger 24/7 in society,
Yes.
just resonates in the entire episode and causing me flashbacks. And like even if you're out,
Yeah.
it's still a scary world. That's why Soji Equality Bill, anti-discrimination
Mm-hmm.
law, please push for
Mm-hmm.
that.
Please,
And
please,
yes,
please.
and yes, Unlit Marl, their bubble definitely burst.
And it's a
Um,
common thing for, like, like I first my first ex was a closeted guy, and for
mhm,
sure that it happens. There are so many other people who are in that situations, and we don't know what they're thinking, and it's a good thing that they're showing this side,
mm-mm,
and how they panic, and how their minds, like, all of a sudden blank, or they might say something different, and not, they're coming out different. I mean, what they say is different from what they actually mean,
mm-mm.
because of all that pressure. So,
So Apollo Castro, yes, that episode is gold, and because it was, kaya ang bigat-bigat, yeah.
yeah.
Ilang carat gold. Catalea, yes, life is not always blue sky and rainbow.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's heavy rain. And ito naman, like what we always say about BL shows that get to this rough patch, if they survive this, that makes them stronger. That makes their relationship
Yeah.
stronger. But we don't know, kasi like, there's a chance that might not be the end for them.
Oh no. I don't know if I'm still online, but hello, guys. I don't know what line he was supposed to say, but let's go. Life always, yeah, not no, life is not always rainbows and unicorns. Oh, you have to face the reality that sometimes things are all of a sudden. I know. Oh, well, I'm still online. I'm still explaining that all of a sudden sometimes things are not so good, right? So we have to brace ourselves. We need to, be real. Life is not always not rainbows and unicorns, and we need to face the world. And whenever, like what Anga said, whenever we get hit by these, like, hard situations, it only makes us stronger. I know Tito problems
Yeah,
may
sorry.
issue.
And thank goodness this didn't happen in our live in our recording.
Oh my god.
Yeah, a little bit, but it didn't really happen that much. Pero what was I talking about? So I was saying na parang
Yeah.
I forgot.
Yeah, blue sky and rainbows,
Oh,
life is not always
ayun,
like happy
it's
happy.
not
Ganun.
yeah, it's not always happy happy. And one thing that we're kind of scared of is they can easily write a not so happy ending.
Mm-mm.
Um,
Fluffy fluffy, ganun.
I would I would be sad, but I wouldn't be mad because if it's real, it's real.
Yeah.
And yun nga eh, parang we siguro for the longest time we've been getting a lot of happy ending stories, and eventually
Mm.
it will get to a point that there would be one show that will be brave enough to not give us a happy ending.
And Gege
I hope
is
it's
brave.
yeah, and I
Gege is
hope it's not
brave.
I hope it's not guys sa pelikula. Jude says the hardest part of the episode is that both parties are valid in how exactly.
Yes.
I'm not mad at any of them. It's just that
Mm.
yun nga eh,
Well, I'm kind of mad at the Judith.
well
I'm
yes,
I'm very
attitude.
angry about that. But
Mm-hmm.
again, that's a flawed ally,
Mm-mm.
being a
Yun
big
nga.
sister.
Yeah, parang she's a flawed ally, but at the end of the day, she's a sister. who's
Yeah.
just really protective. Yun nga, parang nasad ako because I didn't feel that she cared that much about Carl.
Mm-mm.
That's the sister side. That's the sister side that was
Yeah.
coming out.
Yeah.
Psycho Milk, hats off to Ian Pangilinan, and I can feel Paul's confusion. At one time in our
Yeah.
lives, we were all a
Oh.
Carl.
Mm-mm.
Di alam ko ano gagawin or isipin, and all he needs is time. And this is what I was telling.
Oh.
This is what I was telling Will kanina about the importance of having these shows.
Mm-mm.
Because me, when I wanted to come out, and I'm sure Will also had this. When we
Yeah.
wanted to come out, we didn't know how. Nobody tells you how to come out, and you
Mm-mm.
don't see that. You don't see that in media. The only thing that you see is if you come out, people will laugh at you, people will disown you. So we don't have like stories of people, or at least during our time, we don't have stories of people processing the whole coming out story, like processing how a person thinks during coming out. And now that we have these stories that are coming out, these stories that are being produced, it makes it not really easier, but it makes it um, real for those people who want to come out in the future. That, oh, that's me. I feel what he's feeling. I know what
Mm-mm.
he's going through, and that's
Mm-mm.
why I don't want. I'm not mad at Carl for being that way because
Yeah.
him in their bubble, they're together. And
Mm-mm.
that's why yun nga, I have a feeling kaya rin hindi nila nilabel it because Carl doesn't want to accept it yet. Hindi pa siya
Yeah.
ready to accept it.
Mm-mm.
And then once that bubble popped and andun na si Tito Sans, andun na si Ate Judith, wala. It it it
No.
it
Magpapanik
it
yan.
yeah,
Oo.
it made it real.
Oo.
Psycho Milk, hala, ang gwapo ni Beno. May pa-call out, may pa-shout out talaga. Ano. Psycho Milk ka, may kasamang landi sa chat. Ba't ganun?
Heavy landi is a blessing.
Adam Christopher Benares, mas galit ako sa society that taught Carl how to fear of the kind of love, queer love that he can give. And to be honest, it started at home. It started with the dad. Go back to the hala, natulog na si Will. Nag-freeze na naman si Will.
Ayun! That's a preview what's
Ayun.
gonna happen in our
Uh,
RV mamaya.
Ayan. Pero ano, go back to the episode, and the first fear that Carl had was, oh no, Tito Sans will tell my dad.
Dad.
Yun
Oo.
kagad because of the microaggressions that the dad has been giving. I guess even nung bata pa siya. So it's
I
always
called that
the
now.
fear of, yeah, it's always gonna be that fear.
Mm-mm.
PJS, not like Ben X Gym preview, dami ng hints. Yeah, parang okay, alam na namin mangyayari next episode.
Yeah.
Sky Vergara, this episode is a slap in our face on how the society manipulated us in thinking that the kind of relationship we have is something to be hidden. Exactly, because, diba, this is set in 2018. I'm not sure if there's much difference from 2018 and 2020. Pero it's still the same. Even for now, during 2020, I'm sure there are a lot of
Hey,
people who still feel the same way.
Sogi Bill
Because
is
of,
still not not
oo, diba?
ratified, di ba?
The whole fact that your family is, oy, gwapo ka sana eh, pero,
Mm-mm.
bading,
Pero
mga ganong bagay, it's already affecting you. David Means, first thing I did before watching election results, I watched GSP and made me sad. Um, but in terms of the story, it is a needed progression in the story.
yeah.
Exactly. Like, we need this because if it didn't do this, parang wala. I feel it's gonna be sayang. It's an
Yeah.
opportunity to tell this type of story.
Mm-mm.
Basta sana happy ending. And everybody needs to come out in their own
In
time.
their own time. In
That's
their
why
own time.
that's why I love Tito Sans. Diba? Si
Mm-mm.
Tito Sans understands it eh. Tito Sans
Yeah,
understands it.
exactly.
So I wouldn't say Tito Sans and Judith were mirroring each other. No.
No,
Like
no.
Ate Judith was in a different plane. She was
I
in a
was
different
I
world.
was yelling na, no, no, wag mo. Si Anna,
Mm-mm.
You're doing a good job. Tapos Anna got yelled
Oh,
at by Ate Judith. Oh my God, I
oo nga.
felt for her. Oh,
And yes, Anna is a perfect example of
yeah,
an ally that does not yell it because
yeah,
she understands. She doesn't even
yes.
have to say I'm pro gay or whatever. No. She just says
Yeah,
if there's something wrong, she will call it
yeah.
out.
Mm-mm.
Justin Rodrigo, I hope na people in Vlad and Carl's position ay makalaya na mahal namin kayo. Yeah, we love you
Yeah,
all. Anyone who's going through the same situation as the two of them. Or even whether if you're gay or not, even just being able to express who you really are. I hope you get to have that opportunity.
Mm-mm.
Catalea, like Game Boy's episode 12, full of drama. After a happy episode 11, before
Before the
yeah,
finale. Oh, the
again before
penultimate. Oh,
yeah, before the penultimate, it always happens.
mm-mm.
Jasper Samson, after watching the Banlo Sesh, what Gege said that people shouldn't blame Carl for exactly for what
Yeah,
he feels when it's society that's the
I-
real problem. It's all of the things around
yeah,
us. Na
exactly.
parang, and the thing is, when I was trying to come out, I was blaming myself because I was
Mm.
like, bakit hindi ko kaya? Pero kasi we don't realize is all of these whispers of people around you saying that, oh, this is bad, or gay is bad, even though they're your friends, makes you
Yeah,
feel ay ayoko na
even
lang because
family.
they're gonna judge me eventually, diba?
Mm. But I meant like,
Uh,
have you been confronted with something like that? Someone asks you, "Are you gay?" Pagkatapos you're not out.
and you're
Something
not
like,
and you're not even ready. You don't ikaw
and you're not
mismo hindi
even
mo pa
ready.
alam.
Oh, that happened to me too. My mom, I
Mm.
had my hair blue, and all of a sudden, mom started crying. Like, "Are you gay?" And then sabi ko, "No, no, I'm straight. I'm straight."
Oh,
Parang,
yun pa. That I wouldn't call that a microaggression, but the whole fact that
mm,
when she asked you, she was crying.
yeah,
It's already feeding you the idea na
yeah.
parang, oh no, it's not good.
No,
I
no, it's not
I
good.
shouldn't come
Mm-mm.
out.
Yeah.
J Aragon, did you see the Dear Carl video Globe Studios uploaded? Not yet, maybe
No, not
later. Oh
yet.
no, I'm not
Oh.
ready. No Mio watching. Late na ba ako? I don't know. Tama lang. Tama lang.
Oh.
Um, grabe, we're trending worldwide, guys, sa pelikula episode 7. If episode 6 was like, my gosh.
Mm-mm.
That's why I would really put Guys sa Pelikula and Game Boys in god tier level because of these types of stories that they talk about.
Mm-mm.
Um Actually, yes, still in that bubble. Catalea, Carl is facing so many things that are new to him, so he's scared to step out of the comfort. Like isa-isa lang.
My
Isa-isang
God!
issue
Oh my
lang.
God!
Kasi
He's shadowing
I,
his older brother.
like I hope there aren't any people around like who are watching guys sa pelikula or guys sa pelikula or saying, eh, di ba okay na siya? Di ba dapat no, it's just one
No.
part of him. It's just one
Yeah,
layer. People are
layer.
layered, di ba? It's
And
just
it takes
one.
time. It takes time to
Mm-mm.
be comfortable.
Apollo Castro, yes. Yes to Soji Bill. And if you're an LGBTQIA plus person or an ally, and then you said that Soji Bill is you're no to Soji Bill, you know, middle
May
finger to you.
makaintindihan. I
Middle finger to
understand you.
you. Ayan, oh my God, kasalanan ni Aling Susan. And have you seen that? There's this lady in a community somewhere who just
Yeah.
throws stones at gay people.
Oh,
Bakla ka kasi, or every time he dadaan na gay person, she would spray them with water.
where is this?
I forgot where. I just saw a video in Twitter, and
Oh my
kasi Aling
God.
Susan, my God. Okay, that's
Oh.
why exactly. That's why we need
See?
we need the
Soci.
Soji bill because of that.
Mm-mm.
Jason Quinones, good evening sa mga katito, Will and Gus, checking in from
Hi,
Sharjah,
Jason.
UAE.
Hi.
Hello. Um, you are still online, Will. Oo naman,
Yeah.
nakatulog lang, nakatulog lang siya. Ayun na, ito, sorry, naabutan na, ito na naman, they were making fun of me last night because nag-freeze yung ano ko, and then sinasabihan na ako, Gus is suspended in mid-air. I'm sorry na,
That's the
sorry
theme
na.
of this week yata eh. Sa internet natin.
Ayun. Alvin, hi Alvin. So Alvin is saying it was in Antipolo
Antipolo.
City. As in
Okay.
this lady was picking up like big blocks of rocks and then throwing it at the gay person.
Oh my God.
Oh well. Ayan, hello Sir Alvin. Artistic disaster. Next episode, throwing random
Yeah.
shit at Aling Susan.
Oh my God.
Si Aling Susan ang may kasalanan ng lahat.
Mm.
Ian
Hi,
Mervelioso.
Ian.
And the series that can't be named is even above God tier talaga lang. I-disown kita, Ian. Di na kita pamangkin. Sige, ganyan ka. Lang, joke lang. Algonza, present.
Hello.
Hello. After you, mas masakit if your family na lang doesn't know about you for a long time. Then you have a long time partner na. And that happens. I'm sure maraming ganyan na parang they'd rather not come out na lang to the parents. Like, to be
But
honest,
do you owe it to your parents to come out?
it's hard like especially if you
Hard.
have a certain if you have a relationship like ako I got to a point wherein I was so scared of coming out that I was just
Mm.
like I just I don't know I just wait for them to leave
No,
the world.
I think it's more. I think it's more. I know more proper than the parents should be more again, like what Mama Leila said, to be more there for them, to
Mm-mm.
to make them know that you feel safe with us. Tell anything that you're gonna be okay. Pag
Mm-mm.
ganun, then you're a little bit more comfortable coming out and telling that you're gay.
Mm-mm.
But otherwise,
And
it's
it's
not.
even harder. It's even harder if you have a like if you have loving parents,
Mm,
because that information could definitely
yeah,
change the dynamic. Parang I don't want to lose that love.
yeah,
If it's like, let's say, if they're hateful parents or homophobic,
yeah.
I
Definitely.
saw I'm following this TikTok mom, TikTok mom in TikTok, a mom in TikTok na ano siya, na parang she's a LGBT supporter. So parang
Yeah.
sabi niya, if your parents are homophobes, don't come out, because
Mm-hmm.
it's very dangerous. Like people people are saying like, no, why don't they come out? Because their lives are going to be in danger.
Yeah,
Wait for them to go come up to 18 years old, get their own money,
yeah.
and
Be
just leave.
independent. Hmm.
Because again, like what Will said, you don't owe it to them, especially if they're homophobic.
Yeah.
Alvin says Judith is coming from an experience where she witnessed how Vlad was devastated from the previous relationship, trying to be the best ally and sister she thought is the best approach, but went
Yes.
overboard. Exactly,
Mhm.
exactly. Although
Right.
she went overboard.
Overboard.
Diba? Nakakaano lang, nakaka-sad isipin.
We understand why she did it. Not right,
Exact.
but we
Oo,
understand.
totoo. Rodel Cordosa, Soji Bill, it is the right of every people, not for gays, bis, or trans. And the sad thing is, we've been trying to inform and educate people that the Soji Bill is not just for gays. It's for every single human being. And it protects us from being discriminated because of our gender or our sexual orientation. And they don't
Identity.
understand it. Akala nila Soji Bill is for marriage equality. It's not. Akala nila the Soji Bill is for extra benefits.
Ay, oo na naman. Ito na naman si suspended in air. Si Tito Ga. Anyways, for the Soji bill, I'm kind of confused at the same time. I was wondering,
Mm.
is there like a really good explainer on Soji for the people who don't know Soji that well?
Actually, there
And
are like I think Alvin is one.
yeah, Alvin, if you have any, can you
Yeah, I
DM me?
know. I am thinking of inviting if like Ging Cristobal. She like yearly she would go to our office to
Yeah.
have Soji talks, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking maybe I could invite her in one of the FriGay Fridays just for her
Right.
to talk about it. Because
Yeah.
when she explained Soji to us, it was so simple, and
Mm,
even to a point wherein the conversation started with like there was this three employees sa office that they were like very jokey about LGBT. They were yung mga jokes na is very ano ba, very not really homophobic, pero
yeah.
almost getting to that point. And then
Yeah.
after the whole discussion, naka-shut up lang silang tatlo because they realized, oh my God, I shouldn't be joking about women or
Yeah.
men or
Mm-hmm.
gay people or lesbians about these things because it's just a matter of being educated. People
Mm-hmm.
kasi are always stuck on the fact na, dati naman okay lang naman magpagtawanan yan eh. Pero kasi
Mm-hmm.
ngayon, now that we know, then we should stop, di ba? Not because we
Yeah.
used to do it before.
Mm-hmm.
Luke Gutierrez, kasalanan to ng paghawak ng kamay ni Anna kay Carl. Napasobra yung hatak. Nakita tuloy ni Carl yung picture ng parents niya. Mm.
Oh, I missed
Pero
that.
no, because I missed the part that he saw the picture, but I
Yeah, the
na-appreciate
picture.
na-appreciate namin ni Vlad. Ay, ni Vlad. Si Vlad. Si Will po yung kasama ko,
What?
hindi si
Mukha
Vlad.
ka pala si Vlad.
Sana si Vlad. Bye, Will. No. Pero ano, like Will and I were really appreciating yung support na binibigay ni Anna the whole
Yeah,
time. She
Anna,
wasn't
super.
she wasn't trying to fish anything out. She was like, I accept what you are, I accept what you're thinking, but I'm just gonna be here to support you. And that's, I think, a good ally. And she tried to protect Carl.
Yeah.
Um
Even if she got yelled at, she was still protecting Carl.
mm-mm. Sorry, frozen again. It might happen again. Not sure. Connection issues. LM. Hey, LM. For sure he likes Vlad and they already have feelings. So it's not a question about love. It's a question of assurance then and also Carl's internal conflicts. Yeah, definitely he feels something.
Mm,
But by him saying, I feel something for you, me
yeah.
next level. So if you feel something for him, ano na sunod? Are you gay? Then parang
Dahan,
sobrang dami.
dahan, dahan.
Kaya dahan-dahan lang. Sa simula masakit, Pero,
Oo. Something ako na.
Penny Flores, hi. My mom told my brother, I'm okay, you are gay. Just don't have a boyfriend. Diba? Yun eh, yung andun na
Yeah,
eh. Almost there eh.
almost there.
Almost
Mm,
there eh.
there.
Sugar Hiccup. Ay, ang cute ng ano niya. Sugar Hiccup. Eye-opening
Mm,
episode. Carl is a complex character. It is not easy to come out in a judgmental society. And I love GSP. And again, we blame society. We blame,
mm,
like, it's society who needs to change. Not just
mm,
specific people. Because even, sabi nga namin, even allies,
mm.
the small things that they say na parang, oy, sayang naman, gwapo ka pa naman, kaso hindi ka magkakaanak. Yung mga ganong mga bagay, it's already
It's but
creating that ano
some
eh.
of it is not even parang on purpose eh. Some
Mm-mm.
are those microaggressions na they don't know it's wrong that they're actually
Mm-mm.
doing it, right? So
Luke Gutierrez, I really love and I'm proud that PHBL is tackling issues like this. As a Filipino, I didn't relate much with Thai BLs. Glad that PHBLs are made by Filipino
true.
and first for Filipinos. And also, queer people are
Mm,
creating these stories. And now
yeah.
we're taking back our stories. We're given the venue to be able to, diba, to tell
Yeah.
these types of stories so that other people can say like, oh, I know that. That's me. I should do that. I should do that then. J-Mont, grabe yung residue ng GSP natapos na lang akong kumain. Naiiyak ko rin ako.
Mm,
Isang mahigpit na yakap, guys. And
mm,
isang mahigpit na yakap to everyone who's going through
yes.
anything, whether you're
Yeah.
gay
Mm,
or not. If you're going through like internal turmoil,
yeah.
that's
During
not
this time of
easy.
pandemic and super bagyo and
Yeah.
all of that
Can
stuff.
Yeah, we love you guys. Yeah, we love doing these live streams because we at least we get to share with you. Pasosyo 101, so ayan, kinakamusta ka nila Will. Na-miss ka
I
nila Will,
know. Oh
sobra.
my
I missed Will
God.
then doing this. Kinidnap ko lang siya ng konti.
I have to leave
Oh,
in like 3 minutes.
oh
I have a meeting
no.
at 12 o'clock.
Oh,
Sorry.
darn it. But Super
Mm.
Marion, I am Carl. Hugs. My God. If you
Oh yeah.
like Marion, this is a safe place. This is a safe space if you wanna share or anything.
Mm-mm.
Freudian slip, hindi, sinadya ko yun. Masakit lang sa simula. Hindi yan Freudian slip. Sinadya ko talaga yan. Yes, Anna, oh my God, I
Oh,
stan her even more. I stan her
mm.
even more.
In the beginning,
Um,
I was not so much of a fan because of the chismosa, but then
oo, no, but I like that she's because
yeah, no.
chismosa rin ako.
But in this last episode, oh my God. Mm,
As in, parang ramdam ko yung care
oo.
and ano niya, yung love niya for them. Din. It's much harder kung i-continue yung relationship if yung partner mo hindi ready mag-come out or di pa sure. It hurts na di mapakilala, masabing BF mo. Pareho lang kayo masasaktan. Um, I think that's why you have to communicate with each other.
Yeah.
Especially for the case of Carl, I think it's understandable because it's his first, I would say. But for like let's say a person who's really doesn't want to come out,
Mhm.
and yun talaga yung sinabi niya, I'm not gonna come out, dito yung ano, doon yung medyo touchy subject. Pero ito kasi, there's a chance for Carl to come out only if he's given the right time and opportunity to do so. I don't think
Yes.
naman he's gonna be placing Vlad in a situation na, o sige tayo, pero ayoko malaman ng mga tao.
Yeah,
Pero I
yeah.
think Carl will get to a point na, sige, pero the time comes, I will.
They were all
Um,
wound out to explode after that, double
oo.
ultimatum. They weren't thinking straight anymore. Everything was like punch, punch, punch,
They
and
weren't thinking straight.
yeah, they were.
No,
Exactly.
and the thing is, medyo nakakainis pa eh. It gave us a little bit of hope when they
Mhm.
kissed. And then
Yeah,
when Carl smiled when he saw Vlad, parang sabi ko,
yeah.
okay, baka may chance. Baka niloloko lang ako ng mga tao sa Twitter that it's gonna be a sad episode, but that
Mm,
happened, right?
that
That
happened.
happened.
That's correct.
Artistic disaster. The problems of all characters in this episode is so layered and tied together that it's difficult to justify who is the villain or not. Sir Giga's mind is so big. Yeah, there's no villain. Like, even for Ate Judith, I hated what she did,
Yeah,
but it came from a place of love.
yeah,
It came from a place of care. It's just like mali lang talaga yung ginawa niya.
yeah.
So I don't, kaya nga sabi ko parang yun nga, we love it when it's like this. Again, balikan natin si Game Boys. Yung parang, wala akong masisi kahit sino sa kanila. Because both of them made the point.
Yeah.
And in this situation, Ate Judith, may it be, ano ba, motivated by something na hindi maganda. still did it for love. Tito
Came
Sans,
from a good place.
a
Uh-oh.
good place. Like Anna is an angel for this
Yeah.
episode. Carl and Vlad, they're both in the ano. So actually, ngayon I don't know how they're gonna fix this.
I
I
know.
don't
But
know
ang
how they're
galing yung
gonna fix
mga
this.
the characters na Gege created. Everybody
Mm-mm,
was kind of represented perfectly, like for who they
mm-mm,
are. There wasn't na walang kulang na
mm-mm.
nainis ka because it's so bad you don't want to watch it. No, you want to watch it because you understand these people. They have their own individual motivations. It's really
And
good.
I love how painful it was because
Yeah,
it's a pain that each and every one of us may have experienced or needs
yeah,
to experience so that in case that this situation happens, we kind of have an idea on how to deal with
yeah.
it.
Um, on
LM.
that note, I have to
Oh yeah.
go.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Yeah, thank you,
you,
Will. Thank you. So, say bye to
guys.
Will.
Thank
Ayan,
you.
mag-isa na lang ako. Samahan niyo ako. Oh, samahan niyo ako isa. Ayan. So, thank you, Will, for joining. Yes, yeah, he has a meeting kasi at midnight. So LM, yes, also that Ate Judith already put that pressure on Carl about Vlad's heart. Tapos the society adds that pressure pa. Sobrang high pressure na. Like, sobra. Like, it's one thing to deal about you being used by your parents as a replacement for your brother. So that's just one thing. Paano pa yung ano niya, pagiging gay and the feelings that he has for Vlad, and then now how he's gonna be able to deal with Ate Judith and Ate Judith trying to pressure him. Luca Cheris, can we also appreciate that this series has no third party? Not to say the other BLs, but GSP did that. Yep, doesn't have to have like conflicts do not have to come from a third party. It's just two people. Kasi totoo naman eh, sometimes it's just two people who need to deal with their shit. And that's enough. It doesn't have to have a toxic girlfriend. It doesn't have to be like, let's say, may papasabog ng bus or whatever. But yeah, Dudukun Huarezu. I don't know, but from the get go, you know who you are. You're born with it. Carl, for me, was just afraid to admit it or even say it because people. Totoo. But I don't want to blame him for it. He needs time. Like everybody needs time to be able to do that because that's a life changing thing to admit to yourself. Vene, VLDZ, we all were expecting the then why are you I cried, accused of a crime part, but watching it with more context and more well written dialogue, God, it parang alam na that we were all afraid of that scene, pero now knowing the context of went what went down, it's like, my gosh, really really well written. LM, totoo. Basta don't let anybody rush you and give you a deadline or an ultimatum. Nobody has the right to rush you in your own journey, no matter how long it'll take. Your own journey is valid. And I think if it was just like Carl and Vlad, I think Vlad will understand. I don't think he's the type who would pressure Carl. Um, but the thing is, Carl needs to go through this. Carl needs to go through this because it might get to a point that he just gets so comfortable with being in that bubble with Vlad na pwede niyang sabihin na dito na lang tayo, let's not change anything. And that's something that I don't want to happen in their relationship. I want, because as we, diba, all of us, we would want their relationship to blossom. Joy Dubai, pakibati yung mga kainuman ka dito. Team Dubai, pag after show. So hi to all of the kainumans of Ate Joy and Dubai. May names ba yan? Hindi ko alam. Unlit moral. Aside from society, fear is also another villain. Yan, kung meron man, society and fear. Those are the two villains of our lives. Totoo. Not just their lives, but our lives. Um, Kiko Tolentino Pangs, hello classmates, late ka na. Ate Joy, paki-marka po. He came in late. Yeah, Ate Judith was an instigator. Na parang, again, her heart was in the right place. Pero, uh, Armando Tantoco, try not to freeze now. I'll try. I don't know, my internet connection. So Will says, thanks all for making me feel welcome. Nakakamiss to do discussions. Yeah, like, adulting is real. Um, ano ba ba? Rafi Rillo. Anna shined in this episode. The simplest gesture, holding Carl's hand as an assurance without speaking. I'm getting goosebumps just remembering it. Without speaking, she was an ally, speaks volumes. And she was giving support without asking for anything. She's not even telling Carl to okay lang yan, or she was just there as a comforting hand to both of them. Lex Jam. Pero I'm so low-key excited for Aldous, yung ex ni Vlad, kasi cutie daw as per Tito Sans Baha. I don't think he's gonna appear anymore because we only have one episode. I don't think he's gonna appear anymore. And as we saw naman, the person who apparently called Vlad was not Aldous or was not A. It's Anna. So, 'di ba? So most likely I don't think they're gonna put that in. And I don't want to like sige, it might be good to see another cute version, but I don't think they'll do that in the last episode unless they're gonna have season 2. Fingers crossed. So hashtag guys sa pelikula season 2 please. Ezekieli, hello. Yeah. Kiko Tolentino Pang, sa pressure cooker niluto ang pancakes. Gas sa pressure cooker. Ano? Hindi ko gets. Kasi na-pressure sila. Russ Marquez, nakaka-mentally unstable yung ginawa ng parents ni Carla. Hindi ba yun, I would say that that's mental abuse. And it's years and years. My God, imagine you're living the life of another person, and all of the all and not even pressuring you to be a certain person. You're being pressured to live the life of that person. 'Di ba? Like architecture, hindi naman talaga niya dream yun. Ezekieli, what did I miss? You just missed Will. So Will was here earlier. So we were talking about guys sa pelikula. We're just doing a pagpag session. Mas 7S, ikaw from Wala sa Buwan and Fools. Ano ba yan? Sorry, iba na yung pinag-usapan niyo. LM, ay gusto ko yung sumasabog na bus. Char, yeah, like, diba? We don't need those talaga. Like, even internal conflicts lang. Yes, toxic girlfriend storyline. Aldous will appear on season 2. Try to read the Wattpad of Guys sa Pelikula. Aldous was there. It's not connected to the story, but I think it's a good pampalubag loob, or it's a good thing to read while waiting for the next episode. Sa Pinoy P, heteronormativity ang sinisisi ko and not the characters kasi lahat sila may hugot. Yep, all of them, every single one of them. I don't want to blame, although yun nga, medyo salty ako with Ate Judith on how she handled it. Like, she could have been a little bit more understanding of Carl. I felt she was just super protective of Vlad. Rafi Rillo, ikaw featuring Nico Manalo sa Mula sa Buwan and Fools by Nathan Mercury. Are those the songs kanina? I might have missed that part. I just don't know the titles. Lousy and Lazy, the internal issues pa lang are more, and yeah. And if you're a good writer, you can do that. It just speaks volumes of how good Gege is when he wrote this. Artistic disaster. I was low-key hoping Sue would make another appearance this episode. I was hoping si Sue yung tumawag. I was hoping Sue yung kausap. But yeah, I think like hopefully Sue appears again in the last episode. Pikachu, sobrang hirap pa mag-out if you're the eldest son. My little brother is gay, bigat. Yeah, like, diba? Parang pressure. Like, I know of someone na everybody, like, lahat sila magkakapatid are part of the LGBTQ community, and they haven't really been fully out sa parents nila. And that's very difficult because, diba, they're fearing din kasi may internal homophobia siguro na idea na parang, oh no, maybe I don't want my parents to think that they did something wrong. That's why we're all part of the community. Na parang sad lang. Some people are still going through that. Dudukon Huarazu, not blaming Carl for the record. Give him time and support system. Agree. I don't blame any of them. Ang ganda lang. Not parang pile on. Like, especially the dinner part. Before the episode started, like when they were eating, I was like, "What's happening? What's happening? Why is there like an ominous piano playing? Anong nangyayari?" It was already stressing me out, and then nag-start na yung opening credits. I was like, "What was that for?" So we were in for definitely something heavy for the episode. Scott Summers, yes, Carl has to go through that. Masakit pero kailangan. Yeah, because if he didn't, or maybe siguro slightly less pressure lang. Pero he needs to go through that whole process. Kasi if he just lives in that happy rainbow bubble that he has with Vlad, he won't be able to deal with it with himself. How will he be able to justify and fight for himself? I think that's what's gonna happen next time. And Tito Sanz will definitely be uh an element to to make him feel stronger, to make him feel accepted. And 'di ba? Kung iwanan man siya ng parents na, Tito Sanz is there. Tito Sanz will help him out. Um, Team Middle East, mga Middle Eastern ano natin. Actually, you, Tito Gas, kalat mind lang, walang nangyari between Carl and Vlad. Episode 6, the sweet nose to nose, diba? That nose to nose. And the kiss that they had, the final kiss that they had was like, that was, again, really, really sweet. Joey K, Tito Santi and Adi Judith may have been out of line with their advice, but if either Carl or Vlad had listened, this scene would have ended differently. Yun parang ano na, parang biglang sumabog na lang bigla. Like even Vlad, na warning na siya eh. Like he was warned by Tito Sans na um don't pressure him. And then all of a sudden, lumabas lahat ng sinabi ni Vlad na parang, oh, Tito Sans naman thinks, matagal na alam ni Tito Sans, blah, blah, blah. That made it worse because si Carl was protecting something na parang, oh no, halata ako, baka alam ng tatay ko, and blah, blah, blah. Right? Um, Scott Carr will go through this that sooner or later. Mas okay na nangyari, masakit. Pero yun nga if that happens, what happens next? Will they be able to fix it? Yun yung mahirap na part. Chris Errol, we should never pressure someone in the process of coming. Too much pressure will retract them back inside the closet. There are closets within a closet. There are closets within our ano, 'di ba parang because there are levels of coming out. You have to come out to yourself. You have to come out to your friends. You have to come out to those people who accept you. You have to come out to those people that you don't know if they're gonna accept you or not. So sobrang daming layers niyan. And that's why it's sad that people have to come out. Um, because that's how society has made it, diba? Like straight people don't come out. Diba? Hey, I'm straight. Like what? Nose to nose part of the street. To stay in the bubble wrap is happy time, but not good for long term for your own personality and growth. And that kaya yun yung fear ko eh. Yun yung sinabi ko na in the last episode na parang they're in that bubble, but that bubble will burst eventually. Luke Gutierrez, so nagsabwatan si Tito Santi and Ate Judith to get to know the real status of them. No, hi. Sana sila na lang, nagsabunatan sila dalawa. Vene, so sobrang anxiety-inducing ng dinner table scene. Like, even the intro one, the dinner table scene, gusto ko na lang maging dessert. Di pa na-order Tito Sans. I was actually getting hungry because I wanted pizza. Ayan, tuloy, hindi ako naka-order ng pizza. Sarado na yung Pizza Hut. But, I was like focusing on something. I was getting anxiety. And what's happening? Like, it was very, very awkward. PJS, baka naman sa season 2, hopefully lumabas din yung lalo na may school team. And sana, like, we're all free. We're all free to go outside. If you've watched Omando, it's just so refreshing to watch a show that shows the world before the before the pandemic, that everybody just can just walk out. Yes, Anna is a quiet ally, and those are the best because they don't really have to shout it out. They just provide people with support. Jan Sparkon, hello. You can never find fault in people who has valid points and is coming from valid reasons, as long as they don't hurt other people in the process. Ian Marveloso, Judith and Anna symbolize a two different society. This is a good point. Judith and Anna symbolize the two different society that awaits someone who is coming out. Both held Carl's hand, but he pushed one and held onto the other. The third society is the parents' picture. That is deep. Kung nanggaling yun sa Banlaw session, I will watch it later. My God, that is deep. Thank you, Ian, for pointing that out. Pasocial 101, naiwan na lang si Baby Whale sofa. End credits. Yo, like it was empty. No more. Si Baby Orca. Kiko, sana they waited for those two to let them figure out what they have and what they need and what they want. People, sana nga that's what happened. Manny Mora, when I saw the empty couch during the end credit, my heart broke. Yeah, because, diba, they were all so close na, and then all of a sudden, they're out of the picture. And what's gonna happen next? We'd have to wait 7 more days. Scott Summers, I also understand where Judith and Sans were coming from. Yes, nakaka-war shock nga lang. Kasi ang bilis. Sana pinatagal muna ng 1 month. Kasi like, yun nga, they only have 1 day. I think that was the last day. Medyo nasad ako kasi it was their last bonding moment. Pero yun nga, the fact that they said it's our last movie, like, what do you mean by last movie? You're not in the pandemic. You can always just date and meet each other after the semestral break is done. Diba? Armando Tantoco hopes Sue appears in last episode as the good friend. I hope so. I hope all of them appear in the last episode. Din Din, Tito Santi is a loving Tito. I think he will be there to listen and be the eye opener for Carl. Judith loves Vlad. She tries to be an ally, but she don't need to pressure or rush things. Medyo yun nga, parang she was overwhelmed with her overprotectiveness of Vlad to the point that she forgot like the rules of engagement, diba? How to like especially that Carl is still dealing with it. Yun nga, parang na-hurt ako that she wasn't really looking at Carl in a very loving manner. Na parang she didn't care if she would hurt Carl as long as she got to protect Vlad. The Wattpad version hurts too, Diyos ko. Yeah, it's a bittersweet ending. Bittersweet ending, but it's good. I think it has an opportunity of a happy open-ended ending. But yeah, medyo bittersweet si Wattpad. We stand Sue. Yeah, sayang lang no. We don't get to see him as much. Beno, I think Sue will be back next episode for Vlad. I really hope so. Although we haven't really seen any trailers that has that. Pasocial 101, I'm impressed with Ian's crying skills. Like all of them. Even Paolo, he was really good in this. For Ian, sobrang yung pain na parang, oh no, I'm gonna go through the same things. I love this person or I like this person a lot, but he can't be with me because he doesn't know yet. And yun yung nangyari kasi in the past. The score though, ikaw from Wala sa Buwan soundtrack, stage play. Ah, yeah. I wasn't able to watch that before. And Fools by Nathan and Mercury, sakto yung lyrics. And Will pointed that out when we were watching our reaction. And we were reacting to the show. No, me watching. Kami din, four na magkakapatid, all boys, all gays. How was it? Like, how are your parents taking it? It's not easy because, diba, ultimately, people spew it out as, oh, it's a mistake. And just imagine like four gay boys. Are they saying that you're all mistakes? And that shouldn't be the case because we're not. Like, being gay is not a mistake. And it's not a mistake of the parents. Diba? It could be inborn. Jay Aragon, there is still a scene from the trailer where Carl is hugging Tito Sans, maybe part of the finale. Definitely. I think Tito Sans will be the one to help him process the whole thing. I don't think Tito Sans will pressure him, but it's more of when you're ready, you'll be ready. And just be real with what you're feeling. That's my ano ba, theory of what could happen. Um, I love all the DBK references. Yeah, may movie baka because we were like, oh, this is from a movie. I just don't know what it is from. So what's DBK? Tell me. Tell me. Ross Marquez, every time there's a dinner scene in a Filipino film or series, I get my popcorns like, yeah, something's gonna go down. Something's gonna happen. Mixer D, hey, happy Friday. Yeah, medyo napagod ako. Napagod ako sa episode 7. Kiko Tolentino, magpapaputol ako ng buhok sa ganyan. Pati. Artistic disaster. I am now debating whether to cook pancakes in the morning. I might try again the kitchen. Pizza na lang tayo. Let's have pizza. Kaso sarado na yung Pizza Hut. I want to buy pizza pa naman. Armando Tantoco, I presume everyone going home for New Year's family celebration. Oh yeah, kasi yun yung end ng ano nila, no? Possibly. Kiko Tolentino, I thought I was ready for this, then this. Ayun, ang sakit, masakit. Yeah, you were like, okay, let's brace ourselves. So every time, hindi namin ma-enjoy yung happy moments because we're waiting for we're trying to get ready for the sad moments. But it was a good painful episode. I cried. Pasasawa naman, sa totoo nga, may landi ang nagaganap sa Mobile Legends. Yeah, I've heard of people finding relationships in Mobile Legends. Maybe I need to play Mobile Legends again. No. Dark Blue Kiss, DBK. Yeah, Dark Blue Kiss inspired yung pool scene. Oh yeah, because one of them is a swimmer. Good. So we ang Orca. Yeah, poor Orca. Rafi Rillo, LM, can't stop crying for him. I've been in that place too. Diba? The whole fact that people can relate to these stories is good because it just makes you feel na parang, oh, that's me. I've been there. And it's a reality. Like there's nothing wrong with me because other people have experienced that. Kiko Tolentino, maglalaro ba ako ng ML sa hindi kong ganyan pa? Well, malay mo, may abs. Like, ni ex ni Tito Sans. Scott Summers, please Tito Sans, pakiliwanagan mo yung utak ni Carl and sana tulungan niya to come out sa parents. But I think he would, but only when Carl is ready. I think he's that type of uncle, which I'm loving. Ezekiel, well, for me, I am the one who will carry the name of our family, and it's a big pressure for me because I can't express myself without the guilt and shame. Ezekiel, I'm gonna tell you, I'm the only one with the last name of our family. I'm out to my parents. I'm the only one in our whole Angkan who has the last name Agustin. So no pressure, no pressure. It ends with me, but well, I'm just lucky that my parents are accepting and they they were more loving of me rather than anything that is revolving around my life. Like they would accept me for what I am. Hopefully, you get to have that experience as well. Um, Ian Maravilloso, say for example, if Soji Bill will make the act of outing someone a crime, what Judith did will also be considered an attempted crime. I don't think she was outing him naman because like I think it was more of pressuring the person to come out. Because if it's outing, it's like spreading news na parang, oh, you're like this or you're like that. But is it ba outing? I'm not sure kung that's part of the Soji bill. I don't think it was. I don't think it's part of that. Medyo parang a little bit too harsh. Pero putting siguro LGBTQIA plus community in danger, that's definitely something that should be added. Nits, hey, Nits Santillan, in reality ba ang eksena na pangpangs na uuwi ba sa happy ending? I hope so. Lex Jam, yung iyak ko sa GSP episode 7 is same sa iyak ko sa Game Boys episode 8. I think they're kind of, I'm more for Game Boys episode, I did, yun eh. Episode 8 is totally different. Ano eh. It was more of episode, was that 5? Episode 5 when the grandmother thing, when um, Gav said goodbye Cairo. I think medyo this is in that same level for me. No me watching, my parents are the happiest now. Ini-spoil namin silang magkakapatid. Pero nung isa-isa kami nag medyo na-shock sila. Parang, what did I do? That's called nurture. Nurture, it's their fault. Not it, no. Ron Santiago, hi Tito Gus. I'm the last Santiago. Yeah, I'm the last Agustin in our family. Um, Artistic disaster, same. I'm the only one with the last name in the family, and that's an even heavier thing for me. Um, well, yun eh, especially if the family is really into that, like spreading the family. We don't know. Hey, Bernardo Quitado. Hello. Hey, how are you? Oy, na-miss na kita. We haven't done Body Jam for like super long. So thank you for watching, Bernard. Bernardo talaga. Bernardo. Ezekieli, I said to my mom that since I have the last name, I said I own the name now. They do not own it anymore. So they don't give a fuck about what I like. Ezekieli, slow clap. Slow clap. Of course, I wouldn't tell my parents that because they're fine naman. Pero that's a good moment. Din, I think realization and acceptance will happen once na nagkahiwalay sila. Sometimes you need to be alone to know who you are and how important the person is to you. And yeah, but we only have one more episode. I want to see more scenes of them. Pero they will process this, and I think they will. Whatever happens, they will come out a better person, regardless if they're gonna be together or not. And that's a hope. Atreyu, sana makilala ni Carl si Ben para mag-advise sa kanya. Sino si Ben? Sino si Ben X Jim. Okay. Yeah, maybe. Although si Ben, I'm medyo inis ako kay Ben. Ben is like ano ba, bitter, too bitter. Ian Merverlio, so sorry Tito Gus, dami ko lang naisip. Fine. And share away, Ian. But yeah, just share away. Riolixius. Hi. Ezekieli, I also said to my mom, if they are scared to what people who say about them because I'm gay, well, that's their problem. Actually, yun din fear ko before. Like, to come out is what other people will say about my parents. Because for the most part, I don't want them to get hurt. But sila mismo proud sa akin, and that's what's important. Kaya sobrang thankful ako for them. Pasosyal, dapat mag-meet si Carl and Mand. Wag, pare silang hindi ready. Tapos pinag-meet mo sila, mamaya kung ano pa mangyari. Kiko Tolentino Pangs, most of you have articulated what I have been thinking, and the only thing left is my heart breaking more in million pieces and still breaking. Hugs. Hugs. Hugs to you, sir. Sir talaga. Uh, um, my God, you are such a favorite. You are such my. You are such my favorite and Will. Thank you. Sayang, you didn't. You just missed Will. So Will was here a few minutes ago, but he has a meeting at midnight. So you just missed him. So we started this. We just finished our reaction to Guys sa Pelikula. I haven't edited it yet. We just finished our reaction video for Guys sa Pelikula, and we said because I'm supposed to have naman talaga FriGay Fridays ng 11 p.m. But we just finished exactly 11 p.m. I said, "Hey, Will, want to join me? Like just a few minutes. Let's talk about this because there are so many things to talk about." So yes, sayang you missed him. The Duke Juarez, I'm the only one to carry the last name. Sure, we have cousins, but our family ends with me with the same last name. Same. All my cousins do not have the Agustin last name. I'm the only one. So pressure. Mobile Legends then instead of Among Us. Among Us, although like ano ba, like there I remember playing Among Us like just online with random people. I don't know who they are. So I just went online. And then there was this one person in Among Us. Hindi niya ako iniiwanan. We were always just together. Like he will always guard me when we're doing our task. Like if he's done with his task, he will always follow me and then say like I'm gonna protect you. I was like, oh, that's so sweet. And then whenever I die, he would like, oh no, Gus died. Tapos sabi ko, ano ba yan? Kinikilig ako sa Among Us. Bakit is that bad? Ganun na ako kababaw. Like, a person taking care of me in Among Us is already kilig. I stayed there for like more than an hour, but I was already sleepy. And syempre, alam ko lang sabihin ko, hey, who are you? Syempre, I just ended the game. Pero that was mga kababawang kilig. Kiko Tolentino, tulala moment. Kelly, I was talking about my relatives in my father's side. My relatives in my father's side. Okay. But Rosal, dapat mag-meet si Carl and Mando. No, I don't think they'll do anything. Pero like, guys, if you watch, please watch Omando. It's really, really good. Sobra. I don't want to spoil anything kasi it's really good. Artistic disaster. GSP should be included in the school curriculum when teaching about LGBT topics. Oh, like, no, like I think there should be like, ano ba, a course somewhere about LGBT rights because diba, it's important for us to understand these things. It's high time that we need to be educated like Soji, right? Lonix, good evening. Late pagpag for me. Yeah, I know. I'm hungry. Sobrang gutom na ako. LA's list. Hello. Loving someone is not a crime, period. Let's not talk about who loves who. Nakakalungkot lang isipin na kinulong tayo ng mapanghusgang world for a long time. And, you know, it's just so sad. Like even in more liberated countries, it still happens. It still happens that um, people judge you for who you love, and that's the saddest thing because loving is one of the most basic things that you can do. And if you can't even do that to a person because of what society says, that's very sad. Um, that's very frustrating, diba? But thank you, LA, for pointing that out. Um, as you Kelly, I used to be scared, controlled, never really had a free mind, but now I'm standing my ground. Like, kudos to you. Like all the strong people who are able to do that. Unfortunately, not all of the people are strong as you. Rio Lixios, I will speak your name, and it's important because it validates people, sending them messages that they are appreciated. Thank you, Gus. Thank you, Gus. Ah, thank you, Gus. Thank you. I love you and will. Ah, What did I do? But you're welcome. Lance Lucas. I felt myself in Vlad, Carl, Ati Judith, Anna, and Sans. We've all been at that some point for some point for or two other people. I agree. Like all of most of us will relate to all of them except siguro homophobes na lang. But I agree. So that's why it's hard for me to say who was at fault. I don't like it was the situation and society, according to Gege. Armani is when Anna held Carl's hand, I super felt that Gaylandia is so sad tonight, Tito Gus. I agree, but I can't say that episode 8 will fix everything. I'm trying to brace myself for a not so happy ending, but because that's a possibility, because not everything is always happy, but I'm really hoping it's a happy ending. Um, my family has 5 last names na. Baka ako na lang yung isa. This son, I am heartless kung wala akong pakialam na ako ang last surname sa direct family ko. Kasi sa extended family, marami naman silang surnames. Kaya sila magdala ng pangalan. Yeah, leave it all to them. But for me, I don't have that. Realixius, oh my God, you spoke my name. I cried. Ganito yun. It is very important that we give back to people who look up to us, who listen, give attention. Pearl, Pearl Cleavage. I believe the one who wrote Pearl Cleage. Oh, that's nice. But thank you for the appreciation. I really appreciate that as well. We're just doing this because we enjoy it. Artistic disaster. Loki, Barry, and Vlad would get along because they have the same energy for some reason. Yeah, like they're very like chill and open about who they are. Oh my god, I don't want to give a spoiler for Omando, but please do watch it. Lousy and Lazy. Imagine na if last episode may voice over si Gege na spoken poetry. That would be amazing. One thing that we always look forward to when watching Gaya sa Pelikula is the quote and the end, because all those quotes really hit hard. As in, they summarize the whole feel of the episode, and it's beautiful that they are able to do that. And yun parang, di ba, parang I was, even though I was like super sad, I was still waiting for it kanina. Like, okay, but ano yung final quote? And it made me, ano pa rin, may kurot sa puso. Um, Lonix, the episode was heartbreaking, but the reason given by Tito San, T, and Ate Judith were valid. Although Ate Judith, medyo parang, ano, coming from a more forceful side, which is kind of too much for me. Pasocial, grabe kilig factor Tito Gas. Where? In Omando? Or well, the first part of Guys sa Pelikula episode 7. As in like, oh, pero yun nga, at the back of my mind, oh, we're gonna cry later. LA's List 2.0. Loving someone is not a crime, period. Let's not talk about, wait, you talked about ano pala. Nakalungkot lang isipin na kanilang tayo ng maupo. Yeah, maupo. Where are we? Din. I don't know how can they end it. Meron issues pa with Carl's parents and Vlad's mom. I think for Vlad's mom, okay na. I think they're fine. Carl's coming out issues, Carl and Vlad's love issues. I hope it's a 1 hour episode because there's so much to talk about. I think there's gonna be a flash forward. I'm thinking there's gonna be a flash forward to 2020 or something. I think there's gonna be a flash forward because this is not something that you can process in a few days. Medyo mahaba-habang mga events. So that's why yung nga fear ko na baka open-ended ending, open-ended not bitter sweet ending. LM, oh my god, ako din may naka-fling sa Among Us hanggang dito na lang kilig sa buhay, tanggap ko na Jane Wanda. LM, I see you. Your feelings are valid because I feel the same way. Armando Tantoco, girls can choose to retain their maiden names when they get married, or sons can choose their mother's maiden name as their surnames in special cases. I don't really care. I do. It's weird lang because my first name is also my last name. So there you go. Chris Errol, the Soji bill will promote programs for non-discrimination and diversity in schools and workplace. Yes to Soji, definitely. And if you're part of the LGBTQIA plus community and you're no to Soji bill, you can just, go out, go away. Like, oh, I have friends who are gay, but I'm not for Soji. Like, oh, I'm gay, but I'm not for Soji. Like, you're crazy. Again, the Soji bill is not just for LGBTQIA plus people. It's for everyone. It's for human beings so that they will not be discriminated because of their gender. Um, and I think that's an important thing that we should emphasize. It's not about marriage equality. Definitely research, magbasa, maghanap ng information. Wag lang puro sa Bible. Because there are a lot of bullshit things in the Bible, to be honest. Rio Alexis, you called my name, and that's so special for me. Thank you because you saw me. Thank you. And I see you. I see all of you. And thank you for joining this live stream. Join us again next week if you're free. Oh my God, finale na ba? Finale na ba ng Guys sa Pelikula next week? Oh my God. Pasocial 101, Carl needs to bide time. That all of them. Vlad needs time. Carl needs time. And I hope whatever that time gives them allows them to grow and learn from what happened. Ichiboy, I'm a Carl in my own family and at the same time a Vlad towards my boyfriend's family. O, diba? So, yeah. Oh, well, I love it that people can relate and see these real stories happening. Jason Quinones, I so relate to Carl. Mabigat yung pressure lalo na kung di ka pa talaga handa. My mom's bestie and a couple of my aunts at different times during my younger years have tried to talk to me and I deny it. And I don't blame you for it because nobody told you it's fine. Nobody told you it was okay. And only now that we're getting these stories and these shows that are saying that being gay is okay, being lesbian is okay, loving who you want to love as long as it's not pedophilia, necrophilia, bestiality is fine. Ian Maravilloso, soothing yung accent ni Tito Sans, napaka-distinct, wala lang, oy, yung mga type mo yan. Char. Char. But yeah, like Tito Sans is sayang lang. I wish we got to see him more. I wish we got to see more of how he is. Now we only have two opportunities, which is the current episode and the last episode, because I think he's a very important character for the story. Lex Jam, what can you say on PND not getting the views it deserves? And I've been talking about this. I feel disappointed. I feel disappointed with all of those people who were like cheering on Game Boys, who were like cheering on Pearl, and then decided not to watch because it's not a BL. Um, so yeah, I'm disappointed, but if you don't want to watch it, it's fine. It's your choice. But just think of it this way. I hope people would give it a chance because in when I watch it, I don't think of Pearl Next Door as a GL. I think of Pearl Next Door as a show with Pearl there that is very educational and entertaining. Um, and I remove the part about it not having Cairo and Gabriel. And people should always be like that because you won't be able to find any BL, much of the BL elements from Pearl Next Door, but you will get so much more like entertainment and beautiful girls and like educational discussions. Actually, yun yung favorite ko about Pearl Next Door, about the vlogs that she does, because relatable, especially episode 2 where they were talking about the ex and constant and unrequited love, which is I'm kind of, parang that's how I feel most of the time, being friend zoned or being attracted to someone who's not attracted to you. So that's all I can say. Like, give it a chance. If you don't like it, then fine. But if pero don't think of it kasi as a BL. Don't think of it as, oh, it's gonna be the same kilig as Game Boys. Definitely not. It's a different type of kilig. Like I'm a gay man, pero like seeing Alex and Pearl flirt with each other is giving me kilig because it's still love. Just that. Parang kumbaga, think of it as you're watching a hetero couple. Na kinikilig pa rin naman kayo, right? Even though they're heteros. So think of it just that way. I hope it does pick up. What I'm loving about it is a lot more lesbian, bisexual reactors or viewers are coming in. Oi, there's a new show. Like I remember, and I discussed this last week. Na parang there's this lesbian couple na walang idea what Game Boys was. They don't even know who Elijah or Gokoy was. But they were enjoying the show for what it was because it's a GL, and that's like their gateway to it. Pero if you are gonna promote Pearl Next Door, just promote it as a show, I think. So that people, kasi once you say GL, they're like, ay, hindi yan BL, diba? But for me, like saying it's a GL for me, it's enticing. Saying it's a show that's not a BL, and still educational, it's still enticing for me. Like sobrang entertaining naman ng show. So I don't have any qualms. Ross Marquez update 92 votes in Biden, 264. The Orange Man is 200 for yeah. And we already flipped. We talaga nakisali. So they already flipped Georgia and Pennsylvania. So Georgia and Pennsylvania are like bluish na. So they just need to end the count. And the Orange Man is gone. But the problem with Trump is what he's doing is he's trying to cause more trouble by heating up his supporters, making them rally, making them think na um, there's cheating going on, and definitely there might I don't know I'm not gonna say definitely there's no cheating that happens, pero the votes speak for themselves. I don't think at this point that people will be able to manipulate. And the whole thing about Trump saying stop counting the ballots because he's losing, stupid, right? So I'm really hoping that I'm really hoping that sige na nga, I'm really hoping that we get Pennsylvania, Nevada, and Georgia because that orange Cheeto man is gone. Um, Sorry, ang dami kong dinaldal. Mando Escuela, galing ni Kokoy. Oh my God, Kokoy. Just watch it. Just watch it. It's super good. Nomio, Otwal was great because of Gege's spoken poetry scene. Ah, talaga. Okay. That's great. Pasosal 101, kilig factors among us. Game mo dito. Yeah. Even like I used to play Ragnarok, siguro a couple of months. Ragnarok, Eternal Love. And there was a February or a Valentine event where you have to do a quest with another person, parang ganun. Tapos there was this person lumapit lang sa akin na parang sabi ko, oh, let's do this again tomorrow. Like, kinilig naman ako kasi hindi ko na siya nakita kinabukasan. Ang babaw. Ron Santiago, Tito Gas, I watched Omando, so funny. Free trial in the US, 12.99 second month. Well, most likely by the time that, because I think it's gonna charge me by December pa. So by that time, I think Omando's already done. But yeah, it's so funny. And the last line that was said in Omando, I think that was a tribute to Alex Diaz. Because of everything that happened about the bisexuality scandal and all that stuff. Go back to that, and I think it was really nice for them to add that. That's why I think Omando is gonna be a woke show. I don't think it's gonna be sobrang mababaw lang. This son, the only thing I think I will be guilty for my parents is that I may not give them grandchildren. My ate is a med student, so I don't think she will have children anytime soon. I'm lucky that my sister got married and has a kid, so tapos na, check na, may apo na sila. Yes, Joy, ano ba? 2 hours naman ng Fridays. Tagay, enjoy in Dubai. Lavinia, I low key feel that Uncle Sans and Vlad had a secret affair. No, I don't think so. I think it was just more of a support system that he got from Tito Sans. I don't think naman they got together. This son, the one thing I think I will be guilty of, ay, ano pala, nabasa ko na pala. Inulit-ulit mo lang. Artistic successor, I now identify as a soji sexual. No one can change my mind. Yes. Be who you feel that you are. Okay? Elise List 2.0, gaya sa pelikula set a high standard for Pinoy BL. Ang daming layer ng series na yan. Yung tipong pag pinanood mo ulit siya, may panibago kang ma-realize, like metaphors. Like the whole special, like the shirt that Carl had that says special. I was like, that means something. I think that means something. Even the Saturday, like the frame that I think Saturday, that might mean something. Like all of the things that they put in, and it's kind of like Game Boys in the sense na parang they put it in because it means something. No, and to be honest, normally I react to the second time that I watch it because during the first time I'm so confused. And kanina lang, parang sabi ko, oh no, I'm gonna watch it the first time. So I was really confused. So I'm already apologizing for those who will watch kasi sigaw lang kami ng sigaw ni Will the whole time. But yeah, rewatching it gives you more details, gives you more understanding because the way that Gege wrote it and direct JP directed it really gives you like more things to think about in the episode. Um, Gambit Gambino, may sequel daw ata, sabi sa Morning Rush. Ooh, guys sa pelikula. Sequel? Or second season. Armando Tontoco, equal rights amendment for women in the US was opposed by many women, which is weird. Diba? Like, why would you prevent yourself from getting the rights that you deserve? Havoc, bakit feeling ko may parang by neighbor sa finale? I hope not. And if it is, we have to accept it because that's real life. Pero I hope not. Chris Errol, Gege said tonight in the Banlaw Sesh, hindi matatapos ang gaya sa pelikula. I hope so because I'm totally ready for that. Hashtag gaya sa pelikula season 2. Keep on saying that. Ichi boy, my boyfriend is out to his family. I'm not out to my family, but he still hasn't introduced me to his family even after 3 years. Wow, 3 years. And I think he's waiting for me to come out to his family first. I think that's sweet. He's giving you time. Because it's gonna be hard. Imagine like another family knows about you, but your own family doesn't. But I wish you luck, and I hope that you guys cultivate that relationship. As long as you have good understanding with each other. Ezekieli, my straight ally friends are all women and a little men, and I don't know why if they are scared that I might fall for them or they are not used to having a gay classmate friend. I think it's it's a typical thing like straight men get scared. I don't have a lot of straight guy friends aside from the ones at work. Most of my friends are gay people because I work. I used to teach in fitness first, so most of them are gay, and my group of friends are gay. But for the ones that I have in the office, I don't think naman. I don't think that they think I would have a crush on them. Let's just not siguro have that mentality. Let's not judge them or prejudge them then. But if they're like being assholes about it, then flip them. Artistic Disaster, Havoc, no, 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 Charizard. Ano ba yun? By Neighbor, yeah. Positivity, positivity. um, Havoc, ayoko rin tong utak ko. Well, you know what? Sad ending, a happy ending. It will still be a good story. Because sad endings do happen. I just hope they don't because I want to see them more. And if it's gonna be a sad ending, might as well have a season 2. Please. Stream PND right now. Right now. I'm fine, but yeah, you can watch it together. Ezekiel 2.0, I am an open gay, but my friend is like Carl and I'm okay with it. And I don't want to rush him on coming out. And I'm gonna be honest, I was guilty before. We're in like, but hindi pa mag-out yan. Like, obvious naman eh. Parang, oh my God, I can't believe that I said that before. I'm sure a lot of people were guilty about that. Kasi ano eh, hindi porket a person is feminine, hindi porket a person is, a woman, a girl is masculine, or whatever masculine and feminine actually means, that they are a certain way, unless they're the ones who tell you. Siguro the only time that I will siguro judge that person is if he's he's doing like being a gay person, like being in a relationship with guys and blah blah, blah and still denying. But at the end of the day, if they're denying it, means that they're afraid and that there's a valid fear that they're feeling. Unless na lang kung kunyari, gay person siya in the closet and then hating on gays. Yes, so iba yan. That's something that I don't support. Jericho Corpus, hey, nice to see you. Good evening or good morning. Yeah, good morning na pala. JDYL, first GL for me, and it does make me kilig as well, right? Alex and Pearl, kilig, kilig. You just have to change your mindset. Na parang, okay, this is love pa rin. This is love. This is attraction. Din, Soji is for everyone. It's equality for all. Anyone can be bullied and discriminated against. It's now it's now no it's now no that people will be treated equal whatever your sexuality is. Exactly. Whether you're straight, well, like imagine if you're a straight, you didn't get a job because you're a straight guy, you're protected by Soji, 'di ba? Yun lang naman yan eh. Masyado nilang inisip, LGBT, blah, 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 Bible, Bible, Bible. Who cares about the Bible? Sorry for religious people. Who cares about the Bible? The Bible has no power over the law because we have the separation of church and state. And we always have to go back to them. That's why Eddie Villanueva, you shouldn't be doing what you're doing. Bruja B Squad. Hey, the guest station. PND deserves more viewership. It's a good story with a great cast, and I'm Team Alex, and I'm Team Alex too. Actually, I'm Team Pearl. Whatever Pearl chooses, wag lang siyang tatanga-tanga. Wag lang siya masyadong ma-overcome ng mga thoughts. But I'm Team Pearl. But thank you, Bruja B Squad. Are you are you Mikey? Are you Mikey? Lex Jam, does PND low views reflect on the problems within the LGBTQIA? Um, I don't know. At the end of the day, it's still preference. Like if a gay guy doesn't want to watch a show, you don't reprimand them for it. You don't reprimand a person parang, oh, ba't hindi mo gusto to? Di ba dapat gusto mo to? No. I wouldn't be like that. Pero, um, I wish people would give it more of a chance. Um, Chasing Sunsets, which is kind of one of the first GLs that I watched, didn't also get a lot of viewership, but it's good. Um, and at the end of the day, it's really viewership, and it's our responsibility for, like, let's say, supporters of the LGBTQIA plus community to support these. If you don't like it, then pero give it a chance. Watch the first few episodes. uh Guilty, like sometimes I judge shows during the first episode. um and it's just a matter of like rewatching and saying, okay, maganda pala, right? I don't think it's a problem with the LGBTQIA, because maybe like lesbians don't like watching gay people love, and I don't want to judge them for that. But give yourself a chance to watch it, because it's really enjoyable. Air source peep sleeping on PND. Alex can like step on anytime. Fetish much. I prefer PND than the L word. I haven't watched the L word. People were like, raving about it. But I like PND because it's really fun. And syempre, we can relate. They're Filipinos. Ezekiel, me and my friend is platonic friends before the lockdown, and we are now gay friends, but I am more woke and open than him. And that's fine because I can wait for him. Yeah, and just educate him. Like no need to pressure. And if he's saying something wrong, if he's saying things that you need to educate him on, by all means do that. Pasocialist Team Alex. Artistic disaster. Low views of TND kind of reflects the still lingering fetishization of male and male relationship. Possibly, yeah, because diba, ano pa rin like PL is really coming from women who like to watch men love men, and I don't think they have the same type of interest for women loving women. Pero hopefully, like, they appreciate, because like, diba, everybody was like Pearl next door when everybody was like, oh, Pearl, I love Pearl, and then they're not even giving it a chance. So just give it a chance. Asan na ba, Harsh? Ang dami na pala, oh my God. Um, Luke Gutierrez. I think PND, it doesn't get enough views because people are quite so used to the format video calling. Yeah, possibly. I wouldn't brush that off because it gets to be tiring. Then we miss. Like, that's why I like Omando, and Guys sa Pelikula, because it's really human to human interaction. Ian Marvelioso, grabe ka sa akin, Tita Gas ko, makauwi. By the way, I'm Ben X Jim episode 3. What happened to Jim? Ano ulit? Sorry, I got lost. Hate those quests. Which quests? No, sorry, ang layo na siguro. We were apart from each other when January 20 came, and we came back together this August. And during that time, I was part with him. I was thinking if I like him or not. Oh, your friend. Ooh. Ian Barbosa Karugtong, what happened to Jim exactly happened to me few years back. And nang ipinakita ang preview for next episode, I exactly knew how it feels. Oh, that you like someone, a friend mo. Oh. Well, we're not sure because I don't really trust that Jim is super attracted to Ben. I was so confused with Ben X Jim. But we'll see. Hopefully they get to fix it. Like sobrang dami kasing nangyayari for Ben X Jim episode 3. This rewatch PND every day. Yeah, because you learn a lot from it. And speaking of that, I will watch it later after this. After ko mag-edit. Pasosal, baka peg ni Carl is Secret Lovers. Possibly because that's where he finds it safe. For now. Bago pa naman eh. Bago pa naman eh. And wala naman, she didn't say anything. He didn't say anything about, oy, secret lang tayo dapat. No me watching Rachel Ango and Pops Fernandez on Omando. And Cynthia Villar. Rachel Ango and Pops Fernandez and Cynthia Villar in Omando. And I feel bad for the international viewers because they might not catch the joke. They might not catch a lot of the gay lingo jokes, which were so much fun. And I gusto ko tuloy panoorin ulit. The sidekicks or the best friend of Mando is so funny. The gay one and the female one. They're so funny. The way TYL suddenly make me so much sense. All of the songs were really carefully curated for this show. Pastor Rapunzel. Oh my god, stop it! Don't give them spoilers for Omando. Um, at Kiko Tuliti, I'm so invested talaga. Hi dito sa GSP. I'm so invested in Pau and Ian. Ako lang ba? Like, please be real lovers in real life. Please give that to me. I'll be happy. Siyempre, no pressure. They are what they are. Math is fun sometimes. It's not about TND being a GL. It's tiring to watch many series nowadays connected to COVID. The first two episodes of the series is very crucial. Maybe in time, TND will get the views you wanted to have. Not what I wanted to have, but I hope they get more views because of what they are. Ayan. Pero I think that's a valid point. Thank you very much. Math sometimes is fun. Baka, yun nga, people just, kasi like shows are ultimately a vacation from reality. And if you see the same reality in what you're watching, sometimes it works, sometimes you get tired of it. But if you see, like, let's say, something that's different from what you're experiencing, that's also good because you get to fantasize about that. So I agree. Thank you. Air Source. I feel like Carl and Vlad won't be together in the finale. I feel like Vlad will leave the country to heal, and Carl will continue his dream of doing movies, and then flash forward to 2020. Right? Tama. That will meet. They will meet each other. No, Lance, Lucas, Air Source. Will it end like Love of CM? No, please, because it ended like they're just friends lang. Kiko Tolentino Pants, paano ako makapag-move on then background tong song Tell Him by Celine Dion? Bakit naman? Kasi yung pinapakinggan mo. Ikaw naman kasi pumili niyan. Ichiboy, I have a carefully compartmentalized life. There's a straight Ichiboy with straight friends and a gay Ichiboy with gay friends. The two never met. Aw. I wish the straight friends get to meet the real Ichiboy as well as the gay friends get to meet the real Ichiboy. You are not your gender. You are not your sexual orientation. You should be who you are. And I hope you get the opportunity to do that. Kiko, it's a delicate balance, Ichiboy. Tata, tata, tata. Air Source, hi Kuya Lance. I haven't watched that movie yet. So it's one of the first BL movies that Filipinos were exposed to. Love of CM. If you're a fan of Mario Morer, he's one of the guys there. Like everybody had a crush on Mario Morer when I was in high school. Was it in high school or elementary? I don't remember. Lousy and lazy. Sorry, I didn't mean stream now. Just wanted to comment stream. Yeah, guys, please watch PND. The 68 people who are here, watch PND. Ichiboy. So if I go psychotic and manifest superpowers with multiple personalities, you know why? Are you a Gemini? I'm a Gemini. I'm a compartmentalizer too. We have our own flaws, and yes, we can't force coming out. Tama, Kiko. Lance Lucas, Kiko Tolentino Pangs, coming out isn't a race or requirement. It's just a choice. It's a choice once we fully know ourselves, fully accept that, and brave enough to step up. Yep, it's our own journey. We need to have our own journey. Math is fun sometimes. I'm hating your name because math is not fun. Joke lang. I have a friend who is also gay and heartbroken many times, so decided to marry a girl. Oh no. Hope he becomes happy forever and doesn't break his wife's heart. Here's the thing. You can be gay, but be with someone that you like, a woman pa rin naman eh. You can be gay, you can be attracted to men, but if you choose to be with a woman, that can still stick, diba? I just hope, because I'm sure there so much, siguro the older generation, or even sometimes in my generation, that gone to that they got to a point that they had to, get married because that's what their family and society is telling them. And then they really didn't get to have the opportunity to enjoy finding the love that they want to love. Because, yun nga, sabi, dapat babae, kasal. Pero in reality, they're gay. Bernardo, ba't ako Bernardo? Bernard. Bernard Quintado, I love Pearl. Yes, I love Pearl din. As in, I want her to be happy. Yun yung importante sa akin. Yes to Team Pearl. Brouhaha, V-Squad, the Gus Station. Oop, yes, it's me. Hi, Mike. Hello. One of my Calap friends, Mikey. Exposed na kita, Mikey. Teka nga, let's go to the early ones. Kuya Air Source, Kuya Lance, I read somewhere that it's gonna be Germany. Vlad will go to Germany. So Wattpad. That's what happened to Wattpad. Artistic Disaster. I'm gonna watch it tomorrow because I'm too emotionally banged up tonight. Ano yan? Ano pinag-usapan niya? Yeah, Vlad's letter to Carl. I wasn't expecting that. I was like, oh no, why did you scare? Dear Carl. Yes, Pao, Ian, grabe kakilig. I mean, their kisses are so natural. Um, Havoc. Feel ko, starting second sem, ang ending ng season 1, uuwi si Vlad sa kanila. Pero baka maiwan si Carl. Probably parents, mainly the father not accepting him. Well, he doesn't know yet. Did you watch the Dear Carl Globe posted? Is it like the is it that because there's a Dear Carl in the Wattpad. It's what happened in the Wattpad story. Is that it? They just changed it to Dear Carl video or something. Later I'll check that. Joy Dubai, may kalat hour bukas. Yung napag-usapan natin, Gus, please push mo yun. I'll ask them if they're fine with that. Mga suggestions ni Ate Joy. Lonix, cute ng nose to nose nila at yung kiss parang totoo. I mean, parang hindi lang lips. Stop it. I will make asa of myself. Ichiboy, Pisces Sun, Gemini Moon, Pisces Ascendant, everything about me comes in pairs. Thing is with Pisces, you have a tendency to go back to the past. You always have to revolve in the past, so you have to move on. That's something that you need to work on. Sig on the road. Hey, Kiko Tolito Banks, I'm going to watch now. Oh no, spoilers! Please don't. Sig, if you haven't watched yet. Artistic Disaster. The flash forward is the only explainable option. I agree. Pero pwede naman hindi. I'm not gege. Yeah, please Sig, do not. Bakit ka pumunta dito, Sig? Mag-hi ka lang. Hi then. I hope you're no longer you can skip na. There, Mikey Mike. There, me kalat. I don't know what you mean. Are you sure? I've heard. Hey, Air Source, Joy Dubai, Lance Lucas, long time no see. LM, that scene pala yung surprise ni Vlad for Carl. Yes, the Dear Carl, ginawa nila yung videos nila. That's like watching their own story like a film. They finally have their own story to watch. I'll watch that later. John Carlos V. No, iba yung sa Wattpad. Yung sa letter sa Wattpad is nung nasa Germany si Vlad. Yeah, that was that part. Air Source, I wonder what Sue thinks about what happened sa kanila. I hope Sue gets to know, diba? Ano ba yan? Dami nang na-skip. Iran Maravilloso, you know what, Tito Gus? I can reconcile Bible, religion, supernatural, LGBTQ+, politics, and history without putting one of these down in favor of the other. One needs to be open-minded lang naman talaga. Yeah, but although the Bible has been very oppressive of the LGBTQ, or at least not the Bible, the way that people interpret the Bible is very oppressive of religion. So medyo I'm not really convinced about it too much. But I apologize if I offend anyone who is religious or still reads the Bible. But you know, our choices, our lives. I still love you. Pamangkin. Kyle TJ, hi Tito Gus. Just finished the episode and I'm heartbroken. Hugs. Yeah, we've been talking here for almost 2 hours. Marianne, that GSP episode. Oh my god, it really hurts. It really hurts. The Kirby Miranda, hello. No. Ano na yung pinag-usapan niyo? No. Artistic Disaster, Mario Almacen is cancelled. Who's Mario Almacen? The dad. Si Tito Mario. Hey John. You loved it? Really? Did you love it? I hope you did. if it, oh my gosh, this episode, I thought you were still asleep, but yes, it was a really good episode and much needed. I think it wouldn't have been a good show if it didn't have this type of conversation happening or something like that. Um, oh my God, see, get out, Char. Chris, may hints of homophobia Papa ni Carl. Review yung first video. Yeah. Um, and yeah, kamukha ni Papa yung isang senador na homophobe. Yeah, Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao, your face. That's why I really don't like the dad of Carl because of that. Kasi yun na nga, medyo may pagka slight homophobe. Like microaggressions against like homosexuals, and then he looks like Manny Pacquiao pa, who said being gay is not natural. Um, Ayan. Lonix, I have a foreigner friend who can't come out because of religion, tradition, and culture. He's in his 40s now and very repressed. I know it's bad to convince him to come out, but naawa ako sa situation niya. And I think the only thing that you can do is support him. Like, um, and telling him to come out, I think it's good as long as it's safe for him. As long as it's safe for him to continue his life, because maybe like maybe he's in a situation wherein he has a family or like coworkers that are against be against gay people, but just give him support. No need to pressure anyone. Math is fun. Huh? I hope you became my classmate. I can make you like math. Um, One thing that I'm gonna say, like I think math is okay. I'm just really tamad. Um, in high school, we would have aptitude exams every quarter. It's what they do in UPIS. Mano kami mga we're the so UPIS is the high school of UP. We're the experimental children. Parang X-Men. Pinag-experimentahan kami ng mga ano. So they would always like give us aptitude tests. And for some reason, the tests told me that I should take a math course. Maybe they like maybe because of logic. I like logic kasi, but math kasi is like memorizing formulas. Medyo doon ako hirap. Ichiboy, Mario Alma said his serious parenting issues, he drowned his firstborn son. Yeah, like, diba? Parang he threw his son and then wala man siyang remorse. The only thing that he thought of is, yeah, my son died, so let's make another one and make him the next Carl. So, blah. Mikey Mike, I am. Lance Lucas drop smash that teapot. Oops, I skipped pala ako. Lance Lucas, Liam Cruz music. The gays hurt the gays a lot. Been there a lot, and that's why it took long time for me to realize who I am, because I felt indifferent both sides. So they're all yeah. Say hi to John. Hey John. At U03, titigas, ilan ba BL series right now? Gaano pa masasaktan tayong lahat sa mga well-written na mapanakit na story? So far, the only ones that I've been watching was Cherry Magic. If you really want a light Japanese cutesy BL fantasy, it's really good. Of course, Game Boys. I've watched Guys sa Pelikula, Foreign Things. Ano pa ba? What have I been watching? Benix Gym. I've watched My Extraordinary as well. I haven't reacted to it though. Ano pa ba mga pinanood ko? Summer Forget. Hello Stranger, I've watched that. But yeah, like so far, like yung mga pinaka like this level of mapanakit is Game Boys pa lang and Guys sa Pelikula. For the rest, medyo didn't really get me that type of like emotional pull. Din, mas okay nang mangyari ngayon, convo ni na Vlad, kesa maging problem nila to sa relationship nila. Kailangan lang nila ng time to sort things out and ready na silang dalawa. Yes, probably. But I think given more time, it will get to that point. They will fight about it, but at least in their own time, rather than yung parang forced and cornered into the wall. Cornered to the wall. Ano ba sabi mo, guys? Ian Mervilioso, di naman ako na-offend dito, guys. I totally understand naman. The Bible and religion should not be used to oppress LGBTQ+. Use the Bible for religious issues. Let society deal with itself. I have so many words for the Bible. Again, no eating of shrimp and crabs. No mixing of textiles. No getting into relationships with people with shaved beards. Ano pa ba? So don't like if there are good things in the Bible, there is certainly a lot of bad things, but don't just pick the bad things that you hate, such as LGBT. Because LGBT, like the gays or homosexuality, is not written in the Bible. There's no part in the Bible that says that. The part that they were interpreting as the hateful part about the part about LGBT is about pedophilia, and that's totally different. Oh yeah, also Better Days. Yeah, Better Days is wholesome and cute. Yeah, yeah. It comes out today, right? Ian Marvelli also give to Jesus what is Jesus for, and give to Caesar what is for Caesar's. Hey John,
Oh,
hello there.
hi.
Hey, just pulling you in. I thought you were still asleep behind you. Like we just had a like instant what do you call this? Like Friday's live stream with Will earlier. So too bad.
Okay.
Is that
No,
a
it's all good.
lock on your is that a lock on your ear?
No, it's a Lego.
Oh, love it. I love it. Oh yeah, bagong shave po si ano, bagong shave
Oh,
si John.
yes. And
Yeah.
my eyebrows are half red. You can't really tell with the sliding, but I mean,
Yeah, like so now I'm left with I might grow out my mustache the same as John. I'll
yeah.
see.
Why
I
not?
have a
Why not?
feeling
You know
I
what's
have a
funny
feeling
though? You know
what?
Pringles, Mr. Pringles actually shaved
Yeah.
also.
Yeah,
You said that, right?
I
You said that to
yeah,
me,
I
right?
tagged you. I was like, wait.
That shit's hilarious.
At the same time, at the same period
The
when
same. Actually, I think I did it first because I did it the
yeah,
night before.
yeah, yeah. Oy, what's
I'm
this?
just trying to
Lonix
be
says ang wholesome ni John. Wholesome? In what
oh,
way? Because you're
wholesome
fully
naman.
clothed?
Wholesome naman talaga ako today.
So okay, so we've been talking about episode 7 of Gaya sa Pelikula. Like, did you just watch it or
I did just watch it. Yeah,
um how was it? How did you feel?
I loved it because I
You
mean,
mean
in the beginning of the episode, I was like, I'm ready for the breakup. I'm ready for the
mhm,
breakup. You know,
mhm,
and I knew as soon as I saw what they were wearing, I knew that the scene was coming about the didn't I act like I accused you of a
yeah,
crime?
yeah, yeah. Because the polo of Vlad.
Yeah, the second time that he wore that shirt, which was a
Hmm.
little confusing because he wore it too earlier in the season,
Like
and
yeah,
so
like episode 2 or something. Yeah.
yeah, so I was thinking that I was gonna come that way, but you know me, I like to dig into these
Mm.
things like super deep. But yeah, I liked it, man. Like it's done beautifully. It was so poetic. It was so like Shakespearean. The whole
Hmm.
situation, the uncomfortableness,
Yeah, like they were
uncomfortability.
split. Yeah, they were split from each other. They were in like
It was like
kind of
it
mirror.
was like a
Yeah.
Last Supper type thing
Mhm.
with the slow mo in the beginning and like the
Oh,
Renaissance music.
I was having anxiety on that part when they were like we couldn't
I
hear.
love it. I
Yeah,
love the whole anxiety. I love the yeah.
yeah. When we couldn't hear what they were talking about, and then it was just like the piano. I was like, what's happening? Why are you doing this to us?
Mhm.
And like their faces,
It
and
was
then
I
all
was
of a
reminded
sudden,
of the Red Wedding. I was like reminded of the Red
oh,
Wedding from Game
oh
of Thrones.
maybe, oh
I
maybe.
even told Brian in the beginning. I was like, or as it was happening, I was like, "Yo, I'm getting like Game of Thrones Red Wedding vibes. People like, heads are gonna come off," and it was exactly that. So that's why I think I enjoyed it because I expected just a fucking crazy roller coaster that will granted, I heard like there was something last night that one of the guys in Zoom Hotel that kind of like ticked me off a little bit. That
Hmm.
said he said that he got really excited from like a picture or something, and
Oh.
so I was like the excitement was maybe it more like maybe it just influenced my opinion a little bit in the
Mhm.
beginning. I think it was fine. I think my expectations didn't really change because from the ending of last episode, I knew that the
Yeah.
breakup was gonna come. So when BP, not
Mhm.
BP, no, when BP just like laughed and was like, "Oh, I'm so excited!" after seeing a picture that Judith sent him, I was like,
Mhm.
"Oh, these dudes," because like like I really don't like anything like to influence me too much about especially for shows that I really like so
Mhm. And it's funny
um
because I still had work. Like it was shown, and I still had work. So I was trying to not open Twitter. I was trying to not open our chat groups because I know that somebody's gonna say something.
mm,
And then the thing is, like I was trying because I was gonna watch. I watched it with Will earlier, and Of course, I've seen the trailer, so my brain was ready. Like, oh no, it's gonna be bad.
Yeah.
And then I didn't know how bad it was. I mean, like not like bad, but bad good, meaning like it's gonna
Mhm.
be a heartbreak. Um, so I was trying to look for the video in YouTube to put it and watch together. And the first video that popped in my in my what's that in my feed was Revel going on live. He was like, after guys, I feel, oh no, if Revel went live immediately after
Right
you did the
after.
reaction, there must have been like some messy things that happened. And then
Mhm.
when Will and I were watching, there were a lot of killing moments during the first part of the episode. We couldn't enjoy it because we're like, oh, they're so cute, but no, it's gonna be bad.
Mhm.
You were
Yeah.
like we would
I think I mean
like,
Brian and I were having two totally different experiences.
mm,
Like you'll see it in the reaction, but yeah, he was amazed, and I was just like, yes, this is what I wanted. This is what I want. Again, it's so poetic the way that they did it with, I don't want to give too much, just in case. If
mhm.
I mean, if you're watching this, you spoilers, right? But
We've already talked about it. Yeah.
with the at the Judith, the just the way that she handled everything, I was like, that's not how you do it. That's not how you do it. But
Exactly.
I'm still like I still love that character.
Mhm.
Am I? Oh, am I good? Can you see me?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Okay, I was seeing the
Uh,
little
the
thing. So,
loading thing.
but yeah,
No,
no,
like when we were talking about attitude, it we're all like, I hated what she did. Like what she did was wrong, but it came from a place of love. Like
mhm.
that it came from a place of
I
love.
mean,
She
she said
didn't
it. She's the sister
like,
first,
yeah,
So
she didn't handle it properly. But I don't want to blame anyone from every single person in that episode. I can't blame anyone because all of these things had to happen. All of these conversations will happen eventually. It's just that it was, if I'm gonna blame something, it was the timing because everything just happened so fast. Because but ultimately
yeah,
these things will come out in the future. These
mhm.
issues will come out in the future, and we talked
It
about
was
it before.
compact. It was compact in that
Mhm.
episode, but that shit exists. Like that shit
Yeah.
happens in a gay person's mind like all the time. That fear of like having somebody find out. And then also, like we really just dove into this relationship that nobody really gets to see, right?
Mhm.
Like people could be easily upset at Carl for doing what he did, or for reacting the way that he did.
But no.
But no, because like we've all experienced like the whole like love bombing of like
Mhm.
all it is just like you're enjoying each other's company, so like you've like let go and let loose, but just because you've let loose once doesn't mean that like all those fears don't exist anymore. We have to like know the reality of it all, that like you don't necessarily come out once. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And remember what they said in the last last time that we had a conversation. Um, they're in a bubble. This is the universe that Anna was talking about. Like when you're together, you have your own universe, and eventually the bubble will pop and it will change
Mhm.
everything. Because if you would notice the whole episode, if it's only Vlad and Carl, they're happy. Like Carl is so relaxed. Carl
Mhm.
is like he doesn't think about anything else. And then all of a sudden he saw Tito Sands, he saw Ate
Mhm.
Judith. Like everything just came crashing down, and then
Oh,
all of
both
his
of them,
fear,
yeah.
yeah,
Mhm.
all of his fears just manifested. And the first thing that he said, "Oh no, he's gonna tell my dad." Like
Mhm.
that's the first thing that he said. Like, "Oh no, it's gonna tell my dad," and that's the ultimate fear that he has. And what I don't want people to think, what I don't want people to get from this is, "Oh yeah, like it's Carl's fault. He should." I thought he already accepted. I thought he's already out. Like, no, it's just one layer of something that was peeled. But there are so many things that he has to deal with. Like he just accepted like he's the real Carl and he should live
Mhm.
his life as Carl, but he hasn't really gone to a point of I need to live my Carl who is in love with Vlad life.
Right.
It's
His
just more
own
of,
identity isn't even
yeah,
all set yet. We saw that, we found out that his brother's name is Carl, and that shit
God.
was fucking weird. So yeah, the fact that he doesn't even have his own identity is a big thing. For him to the first pretty much realization is all within the four walls,
Mhm.
that they were in. And
Like during the
yeah,
first scene, like when he was just like looking at Vlad and like playing with his hair, it's like we were like, okay, like he's in his universe. He's like overly enjoying this, but once somebody from the outside just enters that bubble, it's gonna
Yeah.
change.
Yeah, and then we saw it when he had already had a problem, so he needed some fresh air, and
Mhm.
he was brought back into that bubble, ironically outside.
Yeah. And
Um,
we were thinking that like at least one of the things that we were like Will and I were talking about. Do you think if Tito Sans and what would have happened if Tito Sans and Ati Judith wasn't there? If they were actually able to watch their final movie
they
together,
would have, yeah, they would have had a really really good time. We probably would have seen a sex scene,
Mhm. Or maybe they've already done that.
Well, I'm sure,
I don't know.
I'm sure they have.
Yeah,
But that's already a given, But I think, uh, I don't know. It's perfect. The story is
yeah,
perfect. I'm
and
happy, but
and
also
and,
anxious because we only have one episode left.
and I'm kind of vocal with people. Like if it ends happy, obviously I'm gonna be super happy. If it ends sad, I don't think it's far fetched that it will end
Right,
with
right.
like with
And it's
them like
one against
going,
seven. Oh, come on, come on. How do you not expect bad? Like not bad,
no,
but like a sad ending.
no.
Come on.
But yeah, but Gege,
I've
please.
I've al- I've already yeah I've already begged him like not to rip my heart out. He's like, I'll try. The fucking evil laugh.
No, and that's why we were thinking like I'm fine if they're gonna give it like an open ending, but as
Mhm.
long as there's season two, as long as there's season two, I'm fine with it. Just don't leave us.
Rumor
Yeah,
has it
they, yeah,
they're working
yeah.
on it.
Again, hashtag guys sa pelikula season two. Mikey Mike
And
says you look like a college
hashtag
student.
Guys sa Pelikula on Netflix.
Oh yes, all
Let's
of
get it
them,
on Netflix,
all
guys.
of them.
And Guys sa Pelikula merch, please re-up because I got some
Yeah,
people in the Philippines waiting to get me some shit. Like I already sent money. Please, like
yeah.
re-up Globe.
I
Please
already got
re-up.
yeah.
Quick and
I already got my pancake
I
shirts.
know you got your shit hella in advance. I even was like, Tito Gas, send me something. No, again, I've sent some money out to
Mhm.
a couple of friends to keep a lookout. One of our friends, Kale, is actually staying nearby the
Oh yeah, yeah,
BGC
Kale.
location, but unfortunately, he can't leave his apartment. So,
Well,
um,
you can always
yeah, he's
order. Like
he's self
I got mine like
he's self
really quick.
quarantining. He's self quarantining.
Okay. Hey Rochelle, here. I can see that I haven't seen him all week. Like, who are we talking about? Sorry. Like, Rochelle saying, "Hey, hey, wait, John, what did you do? You do look younger." Yeah, he shaved.
My mustache ran away.
He woke up and it was gone.
It was gone. No, I just it
Um,
was it's boredom really. I mean, look, as
mm,
you can see, it's already stubbling. This is just a day and a half of it being gone.
you're
Um,
lucky. I have to put like this beard product so that my hair would grow. So I have to do it like every day.
no, don't
Yeah,
do
yeah.
that. So
No,
you
no,
know
no.
what? The
It's
trick is,
working.
I mean, of course it's working because you're naturally supposed to have like that. But if the trick is to just keep shaving even though there's no hair there.
No, I do that. I do that. It doesn't grow. And the only time that it grew is when I use that product.
Maybe
Karen
it's genetic. It's
Peach,
probably genetics too, right?
yeah, genetics. Karen Peach Mango Pie says, "Now I want peach mango pie."
I love
I
that
think
fucking.
episode yeah, I think episode 8 will be a happy ending because Tito Santi is there to guide Carl, how was
Yeah.
probably Vlad's guide
You
before.
haven't seen that crying scene, that the scene where they're hugging and Vlad's like our Carl's got tears in his eyes. So
And when I saw the trailer and I saw Tito Santi, I was so excited because finally that other gay perspective that we needed, like other person that would help them
and I love
navigate.
him already, like with the
Right?
little that we found out. Sorry that he's heartbroken right now, but I love it. The bonding with him and that is Judith. I think that they should have like a conversation about the whole thing that's happening. And I think the three of them as like support system would be really
Mhm.
cool. Hopefully that they do kind of reconvene and like talk about what they all had just seen, and hopefully they can come up with a plan to help them out because although that was a shit show and how it happened was kind of just like a ticking time bomb that just blew up in our faces. I was like, I knew I was expecting that type of shit, and I wasn't. Like you said, it's not far fetched, for it to have a sad ending, just because we've seen that shit, we've experienced it.
And
Um,
and and Anna, oh my god, I love Anna. Like she didn't she didn't really
oh,
do
I thought you told her to shut up, though. I was like, oh, you don't tell a Scorpio to shut up. Oh no, can I? Is it me or is it you? Oh no, it's you. Okay, well, yeah, let's read some comments. I can't really pull it up. I can't pull anything up unless Gus is is back. But hi everyone. Let's see. Let's go back. Hi Joy. I have my audio on. Let's see. I did shave my mustache. Let's see. Get distracted by the fact that third type is on. Third type is on. Let me see. I haven't watched Thorn Type yet, and I haven't decided if I do want to watch it. There's been chances of me kind of catching up with the show with some friends. Shaki's planned with me to do a rewatch, although we haven't gotten to it. But yeah, I do want to maybe hit.
Yep.
There you were. I was so pathetic.
like this was happening. This was happening the whole time. they were like they were saying like Gus is suspended in midair. I was like, okay.
Oh, that got me nervous a little bit. Okay.
Ray Marcus is saying, I'm scared that the finale would be about being okay that some love stories are not meant to be. I hope not. But sometimes you have to accept it. Like maybe
No.
maybe Vlad is the journey, but not
Segue
necessarily the
away from
destination.
how this big thing is. I know you've been talking for 2 hours, but to segue away from Gaia, with his point, can you bring back his comment again? Sorry.
Oh wait. Here.
It's not some. This is that thought right there was what I thought about Benix Gym for a while. From the beginning,
Same.
that's what right up until this last episode. Have you seen it?
But I'm still not convinced. Like episode
Actually that got me convinced. Because Jerome is a really good actor, right? We know this. And just it could have gone one specific way. If they wanted it to be clear that he wanted to be friends, which was for him to laugh at the joke, right? But that reaction, that gives me
really, like for some reason I don't know, I'm not, and then I'm sure I'm not alone in this. Like for some reason their chemistry is not working for me anymore because of that pull. Like, oh, they're just friends, and my brain has been conditioned they're not gonna be together. They're not gonna be together. I don't want to be thinking that way. But
look at you, hopeless.
Yeah, I know. Oh my God, Lance Lucas says Gus is into the unknown.
No.
Statue dance with Gus. I'm so sorry. Philippine internet. Jobert Downey Lucero is saying hi, John.
Hi, Jobert Downey Lucero.
Yeah. Lex Jam, the mustache was giving you the big D vibe, John. Big D?
I don't need the mustache for that.
Wait, tomorrow is Scarlet Hours.
Tomorrow is Scarlet Hours. Right. Not today. Sorry.
Not today.
Queen Rainbow today. But I got my pink Lego earring.
So cute.
My pink eyebrows and.
Wait, did you color it white or is just did you bleach it first and then color it, or you just?
Yes, I did. I did bleach.
Okay.
Well, this was already bleached along with my mustache, but these I did after I shaved my mustache.
Oh, Mikey is asking. Tell us, are you a Carl or a Vlad?
I think I really relate more to Vlad. I love Carl.
Oh yeah, you mentioned that before.
But there are some things. Like the fear of of the fear. Like I did go through the fear of coming to terms with being attracted to the same sex. Like that. That I can relate to that. And when he danced for the first time like that, that we saw. Obviously, as you can see, I like to express myself in different ways, but I was never like, I wasn't
Yeah.
like soft the whole time. I mean, I guess always kind of had, like, I always liked expressing myself, but just
Hmm.
still felt contained. So yeah, that in that sense, I relate to Carl a lot. But everything else, it's totally of Vlad just being, having expecting the worst out of everything, and
Ah,
um, abandonment issues. Being
gosh.
used as what is it, a, a plot. What is it? What did Vlad say?
Yeah, what did you say? For coming out or something,
Being used
something like
as
that.
being used as a plot
Up,
device for
but
somebody's identity crisis.
yeah, yeah.
Way too often has been done to me. So yeah, I more of Vlad, but I relate to them both. And also I really relate to Ate Judith as well. In the sense that I dragged my sister out of the closet.
Oh
I pretty
no.
much, yeah, I romanticized the fact that she was having girlfriends when we were younger and like
Hmm.
all that shit. So yeah, like the toxic being an ally type thing, toxic being a pal to gays, was something to relate to. And so it's really nice to see all those on screen. I was telling Brian earlier that we were really like seeing the change we're seeing now is going to create that
Hmm.
change that we're longing for, in relation to what happened in the 70s with Harvey Milk, and the 90s with the AIDS pandemic.
Epidemic.
Epidemic. Okay.
Mm.
Epidemic. Yes, you're right.
No, and I like the whole fact that I never knew that we would find a toxic ally, or I've never that whole concept was kind of new to me, and then realized, oh yeah, there are
The
those
enemy.
people who
The
are
enemy.
like
Yeah.
I might be a toxic ally myself, like
Right.
at some point, and that makes us realize that okay, there are certain things that within the community that we should be fixing. Mikey is saying, Gus, did you do that on purpose to make Leon Cruz music and feel comfortable? What happened?
Man.
Fanning
I
yourself.
well, at first I was like, is it you? Is it me? And then I was like, okay, well, I guess I'm gonna have to try and read comments. And I was like, oh, I can't pull up comments, but I just started saying hi to people, and then I got to maybe like two comments, and then you popped back in. So that wasn't
Yeah,
too bad. And
I
I
was
feel like maybe
panicking.
I need to learn a little more, because Brian and I
Mm,
are looking into doing more live interactions with
yes,
we
definitely.
actually didn't have a outro to our Gaya sa Pelikula episode,
Why?
because then we'll want the outro to be a live experience with as well.
Oh, that's good. Like I remember before when we were doing Game Boys, like the last few episodes we were doing like a very short outro
Mm.
and just a live with people because I think that was so much fun. Like everybody was just hoping that they could talk to someone about every episode that was happening, and
Yeah,
I think
and,
that's a
and we
very
noticed it with our release of last episode, like the people were still in the chat like
Mhm.
20 minutes after the ending of the episode. So just the discussion keeps continuing, and even us, as we were interacting with
Yeah.
people, we were still we were all still kind of riled up, and just needed to like talk some more. So
Mm.
as we wanted to talk more, I'm sure everyone else wants to talk more about it, because it's a really good fucking show.
It was. I mean, like there are so many things. I'm sure like the more that I watch it, because I'm gonna rewatch it while I'm editing later. I'm definitely gonna see like, oh no, I missed this. Oh no, that because there's so many things that were happening, and that's not a shade towards the direction or anything. I'm just really easily distracted by stuff.
No,
But
no, no,
but
and I think it's an appreciation type thing. Like they know, like I
mm,
feel like artists love that when your art is appreciated differently every time that
mm,
it's seen. So there's nothing wrong with that, because then if
yeah,
you rewatch it, then you're always seeing something new, and that's always good,
yeah.
especially if you're an obsessive like fan of like shows like this. I'm because I look for that type of shit all the time,
Mhm.
you know. So if I rewatch it and I see new things, you know, and if I rewatch it the third time and I'm still seeing new things, I'm that's how I fall in love.
Yeah. Like Artistic Disaster says he's gonna go sleep. Good night, Artistic Disaster.
Artistic
Same with
disaster.
Ezzy Kelly. Bye na guys. In Antof na ako. See you
Bye,
in Kalat
Ezekiel.
Hours. Hope to see Shaki and Kalat Hours. So like yeah, like tomorrow we'll try to get a mess of ourselves as much as we can.
Yeah, tomorrow's gonna
But
be a long day for Shaki though. I don't.
oh
Hopefully
yeah,
we can
like
get
same.
some hours. Yeah.
Yeah, same for me because like there are some things that we're gonna be doing tomorrow and Sunday.
Mhm.
So good luck to just fun weekend
This is gonna
nights.
be a crazy weekend, so keep a
Yeah.
lookout. You'll find us in special places.
Yes. Mikey Mike, bedtime, good night, Gus. Really, you're gonna see Gus John Zumo tell everyone, stay safe and keep owning the rights to your own truth. Truth, a lot of truth in that.
Yes,
Mark
yes.
Montenegro, the mustache is gone. By the way, you look good. Mm,
Oh, thank you, Mark.
mm.
I appreciate it.
The DC Quay says the bigote is
Oh yeah,
gone.
DC. Sorry. You'll probably still see it because we've shot a
Mm.
few videos that's still not put out yet. So there's still a phantom of my mustache.
Oh yeah, like you try to go back to and there's
Yeah,
nothing
I
there.
mean, I miss that. I miss being able to do this, but I mean, I still have this, and then also trying to make sure that that's seen because if it's
Yeah.
not seen, I'll be so devastated. Look at
It looks purple to me though. It's a bit
it. Yeah,
purple.
it
Yeah.
was a purple color, but it
Okay.
turned out pink because there's still some yellow tones. So yes, I'm glad that you see it as purple because it's called purple haze.
Oh, cool. Juben Dolphin, Tito Gus, and Pogi John, sorry late kakatapos lang ng meetings.
Okay lang,
Oh, yeah,
late
well,
din ako,
well
Jubin.
uh, good for you. After you, haha, what if Ate Judith, Anna, Sue meet Pearl para sa vlogs nila? Like, that have you watched Just Ally things with Ate Judith? I haven't watched it yet. Oh
I
no.
saw a little. I
Did you
saw a little.
freeze?
Did I freeze? Oh no, it's him. Oh no, again. Okay, I love that he thought it was me that's freezing, and then he posed just for it. Um, yes, I did get to see a little bit of it. If you guys people that are watching have not checked that out yet, you should. Um, let's see. Let's get into the comments.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's so funny because you're like, are you froze?
No, and I was like, "Hey, why did you freeze?" Oh wait, it's me.
Yeah.
I'm
So
sorry. I'm sorry. Karen Peach Mango Pie. I hope Carl opening to his parents will be pushed to season 2, not episode 8, and Tito Santi is there to support. I want to see how that should be probably properly
yes,
handled,
yes, I
and even
agree.
like even both parts, whether the dad accepts it or not.
Mhm.
I think that's a very good visual to see. Like what I was telling Will and what we were talking about earlier. When I wanted to come out, or when I found out about, like, accepted that I'm gay and wanted to come out, I didn't have any kind of um like nobody. I didn't see anything from TV that says, okay, if you come out, this is what's gonna
It's
happen.
okay. Right, right.
It's like
It's
I
all
didn't
gonna
have
be
that.
okay. Mhm.
And even like it's mostly like, oh, you're gonna be made fun of and blah blah blah. It's always gonna be hate. So now that we're seeing these types of stories of a person working through the idea of coming out and all that stuff, I think it's good because there are, like, in the earlier discussions that we had, like, it's all about them coming out to their parents and that conversation happening.
Mhm.
So yeah, I do hope, because I think episode 8, I don't think, do you think they'll be able to close out every single thing because it's the coming out of
Of course not.
Carl,
Of
talking
course
about
not.
the parents, the
No.
conversation between Carl and
Of course not.
Tito
We're not gonna
Sam?
get all the answers. I thought they were gonna create. I knew that they were gonna create a blockage, but I thought it was
Mm-hmm.
gonna be Aldous. I thought it was
Mm-hmm.
gonna be
And yeah,
Roger.
I thought he was the one who was calling earlier.
Mhm. But also I don't know. Did you notice? So I think it was Gege or JP that posted it. There was apparently a joke with Anna's phone number.
Oh, I didn't see that. I haven't
If you
seen
guys caught that, please let us know in the chat. But anyway, um, let's see. Oh, somebody said calling Sandy.
that. No, no, no.
Hey, I'm a Sandy apologist. I'm a Sandy
No, no,
apologist.
no, no.
I'm a
I mean, like,
fucking
no.
apologist.
no, I'm not about Sandy. It's like no, because we know that Sandy can see ghosts, and I don't want I don't want like, a death thing to happen for guys sa pelikula.
No, I don't think we're gonna do that.
Yeah, I don't think so too. But
I've
yeah,
I've actually I've broken up that thought a long time ago because I can't keep hurting myself like that. But
oh
that
my
was
god.
my first
Mm.
expectation because of because of some of the stories that I've heard
Yeah,
about the real people.
some other show that we might want to talk about it yet. Lance Lucas, John, please do a cover of Ikaw from Wala sa Buwan. The song that came out.
It's such
He
a
has a
great.
back. He has a backlog of all of the requests of people of different
Yes, actually,
songs.
if you want to keep a lookout, Brian and I are thinking about putting a show together.
Oh, here it is. It's 0917 May Nars. Nars as in nurse.
May Nars, kasi 'di ba, yung beginning ng story niya sa the scary story, May Nars,
Ah, May Nurse. Ah, okay.
yung todong grabing story niya, that's cool. That's May Nars. That's cute. Thank
Don
you,
Don.
Crystal. I appreciate
Yeah, thank you,
Don
Chris.
Don. My gosh, so funny. So funny.
But yeah.
I love all the references. There's actually a thread going on. I don't know if you
Mm,
saw me tweet it, but there's somebody that's making the connections between the shout outs. And
mhm.
it's not everything yet. I didn't see the
Yeah, yeah,
erase
yeah.
thing in there, but yeah, there's somebody that's keeping track, and I love that. I
Yeah,
hope
and I think they update it every time there's a new episode. Like,
yeah, they
and
retweet.
the only thing is when we were watching the episode, I was like, "There's a reference here. I just don't know what it is, but there's a reference here. Please comment." Because like we
Yeah,
like again,
that's
I'm
what
not
with Orlando. Have you seen it?
with
Omando,
Omando.
have you seen it?
What I have.
So there with Oman, that was all like throughout the whole first episode. I was like, "Where's that reference? Where's that reference?" When he was eating, when he was crying eating the squid balls, the fish ball, like that. I was like, "I seen that before." And then somebody had like had,
Oh, was it? Was it a
I
reference to
didn't see
something?
anything. I just said crying with fish ball. You could be crying about whatever.
Like
So
I was so mad because you I think you guys were you guys the one who's supposed to watch Omanda in and the Zoom hotel earlier?
yeah, so Brian and I watched yesterday, and then Shaki and Alex Diaz actually also
Mhm.
watched
Yeah, they did.
time.
Yeah, they did.
They did their own reaction, and then so after that ended, we were all we were like, wait a minute, there's only 3 minutes left from our reaction video, and so right after that we jumped into watching a second time with the Zoom Hotel and seeing
No, I hated
everyone's
because
reactions is so funny.
yeah, because because I think the only when I watched it, the only ones who were able to watch it among all of us was me and Nolan. And Nolan was not in the mood to discuss it or to talk about it yet. So I was like,
Yeah.
I need to talk to someone about it. Like I need to talk to someone about it because it's so
It's
good.
so good. It's so good.
Like again, guys, the 60 pesos if you're in Manila, if the 60 pesos
Worth
that
it.
you're gonna pay is totally worth it. Like
So
I'd pay 100 plus pesos if I'm
I
gonna
paid
watch it.
$13 for it.
You should have just told me. I could have lent you.
No. I actually appreciate it, and we need
Yeah, yeah,
ABS-CBN to
yeah.
support. I
They need
want's
it.
not a bad subscription. If it's if I want's not a
Mm.
bad subscription at all. So
Yeah, and I just realized there are so many. Oh no, did I lose you again? Did I lose myself?
oh, I love that there's like a couple like a 2 second warning for Gus before he loses the connection. He's like, oh no, am I gonna go out? Like it's like when they find out in the stories that they're gonna die. Hint hint.
This is a thing now. That I keep
So
losing. No. But yeah, like
I feel so lonely every time you do that, Gus.
I'm sorry, but I think my favorite part for Omanda is the last part. Before the scene that you described, I was
Yeah,
like, oh, that's a tribute to Alex Diaz. That's
yeah,
that's totally that's totally an Alex Diaz thing, and I'm happy that they added that.
I love it. And
Um,
he told me too. He told us that there's gonna be representation from
mhm.
all kind of
Oh
all.
yeah, he did. Yeah, he did mention that.
So not only did he say that he was bi, and what I appreciated from all of that was that he said that he was fluid. And I'm
Mm.
not giving any
Yeah, no, no, no.
spoilers because Alex has released this and told this in his like Instagram or something. So, don't come for me.
Oh yeah.
um,
But yeah, thanks Lance Lucas for pointing it out because I was looking for the names of the friends of Mando, like the gay one and the girl. I couldn't find them because they were not in my drama list. Hopefully that's something that people could add because they're more integral to the story than the other BL actors, and I hope
mhm.
they get to add
They get
that. JC is
appreciated.
asking if you have if you have Lego earrings. Yes, he
Yes,
does.
they are.
Pink.
I also have an orange square one that I wore to
Mm.
the reaction video.
But yeah, but please do watch Omando. Like and that last
Actually,
part convinced me that oh this is gonna be more than just a typical show.
yeah,
It's gonna discuss certain things or at least
yeah. What I love
even
about it,
yeah even in subtle ways it will.
yeah, what I love about it was there was no batting of eyes, when that
Hmm.
revelation came up, and that like no, like none of the tinderos like looked and like
Yeah,
was gasped or anything,
it just happened.
and just the vibe of the whole show, the playfulness of it all, the ode to fairy tales, and
Oh my
fondness of
god,
gay
the
fairy
first
tales.
yeah the first part I was like what's happening, why is it the cartoon like, and then I started like laughing when I saw
At first, I
when
thought
I
it was
saw what
the
I saw.
like I thought it was like a production. I thought it was like a like introduction to like the production company.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
have like
yeah, yeah.
I thought it was going to
Mhm.
be like a kind of like a I thought it was going to be that, but yeah, I love
Oh.
the whole ode to fairy tales. I love the representation, calling out fluidity, and the humor is
Mhm.
on fucking point.
The
The
the only yeah
subtitles.
the only problem is and I told this to our international friends that they might not get some of the jokes because they're very
Because the reference.
Filipino, yeah, Filipino
But I think the sub
gay
the sub the
lingo.
subs do it well enough that it doesn't seem like you're going to be missing out on anything.
Yeah,
But just it's just really it's an ode. It's an ode
yeah.
to romantics, Filipino romantics,
Mhm.
and it's an ode to BLs too. I mean, you found all those cast members from all.
I know it was so fun. It's like you're watching a cameo of these actors. Like,
Oh,
oh,
it's my
he's
turn.
from In Between. Like, oh, that was really cool. Oh wait, are you freezing? What?
No, I'm back. I'm back.
I I thought you were freezing, but yeah,
Yeah.
but it's like again, maybe like next week we can talk about it because like, I just don't want to spoil anyone, but it's just really
Yeah,
good. Please do watch it.
it's so good. It's so good. One
It
thing. I
mhm.
guess I guess I don't. I shouldn't say this. Yeah, I shouldn't say.
Okay,
I just
yeah,
I,
yeah,
I
yeah.
noticed something with Krisha's last name.
With who?
Krisha is
I
Juliet
yeah, yeah.
Barbie Imperial. Her last name in this in the story. So if anybody caught that in the chat, you call it out. So I don't throw it. So I don't.
I don't remember because I only remember Kokoy's last name because it was made fun of.
Yeah. What is it?
De,
Deputana.
deputado or something.
Deputado.
And
Yeah.
I was I really enjoyed the director, the guy who was casting, like the one who was casting
Oh, the
for
director,
the
the sassy
yeah, he
director. I
was
fucking love
like
him.
so sassy. He was so
I love him.
funny.
And I already loved him from the trailer, but yeah, that was like so
Yeah,
sad.
like
A lot
everything
of
that
the
came out. Yeah.
references from like the song references, the music references,
Mhm.
amazing jokes from like Rachel and Go, bro. Like that shit
Yeah,
was like
yeah.
so funny.
Rachel and Go is gonna be a thing. Who else did they mention? Like Cynthia Villar is
Aray,
gonna be a thing.
aray,
Oh my
naku.
god.
You know, Cynthia Villar is a friend of mine's grandmother.
Ooh. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, there. That's the
Oh,
T.
there. That's the
Oh,
tea.
yeah. At Treyu says how Kokoy narrate and the voice of Kokoy is so cute. Like at first, it was kind of like why like his internal voice is very okay for the
Different
lack of
from
a better yeah
what we saw from the trailer. I was
yeah.
telling Ryan that too. I was like, I wasn't expecting this, but it makes total sense. I loved it more
Mhm,
because I was taken back a little bit with the voice and
mhm.
how the trailer was put out. But I think it fits really well. It was interesting to see him in that setting and in that lighting, and but I wasn't surprised because
And
you can tell that he's a versatile actor.
even the way that he moved, like it was totally different from the way that we know Kokoy. Like there's a very like small hint of femininity in the way that Mando was moving, which was
Mm.
very subtle. It's not because like normally if you give a straight actor a gay role, they would do it overtly flamboyant.
Too
Like
much. Right.
it was very subtle the way that he was moving, his facial expressions, and we're fans. Yeah, Kiko says Kokoy is a gem. Like yes, definitely, and I'm happy that to see this type of Kokoy because you've been so used to the what's this the uber like masculine like fuckboy type
Mm.
of Kokoy, and now we see this vulnerable, sensitive guy
Who's
that
having
he's
an identity crisis?
yeah, identity crisis. I know, I love it. Um, Lex Jam says Ate Judith #1 trending now. Really?
Nice.
Why?
Because people are mad. People are probably
Oh,
mad.
Alistair Garcia, hey, good morning, gentlemen. Hella late, maybe, but at John, the way I'm sad you shaved your mustache. Ah, it'll grow back.
R.I.P. R.I.P. Light a candle. Light a candle for my mustache.
You should name it. Like before you shave it, you should always name it and then
That's true, huh?
post a picture. Hiraya Santos, Cruz din last name ni Krisha. One theory is magkapatid sila ni Barry.
Exactly.
Oh,
Thank you,
oh.
Miss Santos.
Okay, at least it didn't come from you. I didn't know that. But and they could oh my god, like Alex. Alex
Cruz
is
din last name
perpetually
ko. Magkakapatid kaming tatlo.
oh yeah. Like Alex has a perpetual what's that? Drunk Asian drunk
Color.
color. Like
Color.
he's a
Exacto.
moreno
Yeah.
but reddish.
The first time I met him, I was like, "Are you tipsy right now?" He's like, "No, that's just natural. It's just a natural glow." So yeah, he has like a reddish tone to his color.
Yeah. And his eyes are like really brown. So like I can't
They're
stop
like
staring at him.
they're like honey brown. His eyes are like honey brown.
Like I was like I can't stop staring at him. Like what is
Boy,
happening?
boy, and he's like looking thick and yoked in the beginning of that.
Hmm.
He also said that because of quarantine, and that makes sense. Like, I like toned down too because of
Hmm.
quarantine, but because of quarantine and COVID, like towards the end of the series, he gets a little skinnier.
Oh yeah. And it's good. Like please do check it out. So that at least we can talk about it next time. It's hard.
Yeah,
It's so hard
I
not to
mean,
talk about it because you know that a lot of people like if it's like let's say guys sa pelikula or like
if there's
the
gonna be
normal
a
ones that we see in
membership,
YouTube.
it's gonna take a while. Because like for
Yeah.
me, I don't like signing up to shit like for real,
Hmm.
but I had to do it for Orlando. I'm
Hmm.
not gonna lie, but yeah, no, I hate signing up to shit. So if it's gonna take people a long time, do so. Some people are waiting 2 weeks until they do it, so that by 2 weeks or the third week they can do the 1 month trial. So do you?
Oh. Oh yeah, because like
um,
at least they can complete the
because
whole thing. Yeah.
there's 6 episodes. That's why. So,
Yeah.
but otherwise, like it's a worth it membership. There's live
Hmm.
news there that they have, and I don't know. I just can't wait to dive deep into it because I've been craving
Yeah.
Filipino content for a
They
while.
also have
And then
Cinemalaya movies are gonna
in
be
the
there.
Malaya
So
movies, you'll see Ate Judith in a couple of those. Yeah.
yeah, so please do, we're not sponsored. I want TFC in any way, but
I don't even hold on.
support. But
I'm not even sponsored or anything. Hold on, I'll be back.
okay. But yeah. Um oh Joy, good night. Really? Okay, good night, Joy. See you tomorrow. Chris Arrow, we don't stand her. Are we talking about Cynthia Villar? Like I couldn't say anything. But yeah, we don't stand her. Definitely. Um
Yeah, no.
no.
We're not sponsored by
Oh
TFC here. We're not sponsored by TFC. uh, yeah, just make sure you guys the membership. No, seriously though, like it's worth it. It's worth it,
Yep.
and you
Yep.
will enjoy.
And same thing. I haven't really dived into it. I just wanted to watch Omando, and
Mm.
then some of our Zoom hotel friends are like, no, the Cinemalaya is there. You can check out some other things. And yeah, like Definitely. Oh no, did I freeze again?
Oh, I guess so. Let's read the comments. Coco is engaging, definitely. The way that he really pulls you in, not even in just the way that he acts. Just I think it's just a charming personality that he has, where he, like, just by talking to him, by seeing how he interacts with people, and he just has that charm that he can turn on. So I think it's super cool. I'm excited to see more of his projects.
Anyway, like Gus has been dusted by Thanos. Anyway, I think I should just cut it because my
Yeah.
internet is just getting messy. But yeah, so tomorrow hopefully my internet won't go messy and anything like that. But please join us for Kalat Hours. Thank you for joining FriGay Fridays with me, Will and John, and I hope to see you again next week. Hopefully, we celebrate what's gonna happen in Gaya sa Pelikula, regardless of what happens. But thank you for joining
Hopefully
us.
not. I want everybody's hearts to break.
No! Evil, evil.
Bye.
But yeah, thank you guys. Have a great weekend.